Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the WR podcast. I'm Joey.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Pops.
Guys, and today we're going to be, having some fun, talking some stuff, having a ball. Going to be answering some of your guys' questions that you guys have been sending in. We're also going to be talking about some wrestling news stuff that's going on these
And a
days.
whole bunch of other topics in the wrestling industry.
Absolutely. We're going to have some fun today.
Yes, we are.
We should mention that, guys, it's been a little while since we put out a WR podcast. We want to give a big shout out to Mike Sears from Jug Talk, who was our last guest on episode 38. Thank you, Mike, for being on the show.
Yes, we appreciate it, Mike.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
Once again, guys, don't forget to go buy his new album that's
right.
out. That's
going to be on the Billboard Top 100.
It should be. It should be for sure.
Should be.
I'll be sitting there sipping on my Great Fago, doing the whole fucking
I
want
the red drop.
You want the red drop?
Yeah. Fago red drop. Or
Yeah.
drop red, where the fuck it was called.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever the fuck Fago's called.
Or is it red pop?
Red pop, red drop, wherever the fuck it is. Drop red.
There's one thing though.
Drop red.
I want it autographed. That right, Joey. If I get the autograph, the price goes up.
Or you can have Moon Mist.
Moon Mist.
I remember I seen that in the local Family Dollar.
Actually, hey Pops, you actually tried the Fago grape. You actually like it, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So
I wouldn't take a bath in that now.
Like fucking Shaggy Tudo,
Yeah.
Violet J, whichever fucking one it was.
Whichever fucking one it was.
It was one of the Insane Clown Posse. I think it was Violet J.
But definitely a big shout out to Mike Sears.
Yeah.
Go check out his channel on Jug Talk. We will leave a link in the description box below. And thanks Mike for being on the podcast. We're gonna be first of all, because when we have a guest on the podcast, most of the time we make it about that guest.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't go through a lot of the wrestling news or sometimes we'll answer questions. It just depends. But with that being said, though, also we had so some of the news topics that we're going to be talking about was maybe from last week. There's a few that's going to be from last week. Then there's going to be some that's going to be from this week.
Yes.
But just to clarify for you guys. And then also we've had some medical updates. Pops last week, pretty much kind of right after we done the podcast, to be honest with you. I think it was like a day or two after the podcast, you had to start your procedure.
Yeah.
You had another colonoscopy.
Yes, it did.
Now, Pops, last year you were diagnosed with colon cancer.
Correct.
And you had surgery done.
I had two surgeries.
Well, the first surgery was to get it out of you.
Yeah.
And it was successful.
Yes, it was. And the second surgery, for some unknown reason, as it was on the video, that you and Tommy put out about it, it's very. He says, Dr. Harmon says, it's very rare. And anyway, it wasn't even the part they put together. That wasn't even the case. It was on the other side. Not even where they put my colon together. It was on the other side of it. There was a small leak there, and it was poison is what it was.
There was poison, and there was a leak going on in Pop's colon, and his stomach was swelling, and we had to call the ambulance to get him to the hospital quickly. And Pops had to have.
I just want to say the ambulance here are douchebags, fuckers.
Yeah, they were They were pretty shitty too.
Yeah, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
They call Dr. Harmon in there, and when Dr. Harmon got there, Dr. Harmon said, "We got to prep. We got to go now."
Yeah, Pops had to have medical emergency surgery done, and uh, they uh, they found that hole. They drained it, got rid of all the
Yep. All
poison out of it.
poison.
And Pops, they said in a year from now, which it's been roughly over, maybe slightly over a year,
Yeah.
that you had to have another colonoscopy to make sure that things are looking good. That you're they just want to keep an eye on you.
Yeah. Because uh, the history of the cancer runs rapid in my family. For people that that I want to be honest, it runs rapid in my family, and like I said, my grandpa died of it. My father died of it. My older brother died of it. Uh, it just my uncles died of it. It just runs rapid in my family. It's like a plague. But not in that right there sense, I mean, in a plague nobody survived, but anyway, here's the thing, the thing about it is, if you got something that bothers you or something wrong with you, man, you got to, especially it's like this right here. The kids already. If you watch what they talked about when I was in the hospital having the surgery, had to have it twice, had to do colonoscopy twice, and like I said, I didn't want nobody to know. I didn't. It was I figured it was just my personal thing. I had to deal with it. But as Joey said earlier, we believe in telling the truth about ourselves and the trials that we have. Uh, so yeah, and I did. I didn't want to do it like Joey said on the video. But then again, he said, well, what if somebody's going through the same thing and they don't want to get it done, and bad things can happen, and it can. Uh, so I did say, yeah, we'll go ahead. We tell them what's going on. We did Tommy's surgery and everything like that right there. And when he was in the hospital and everything, heart attack and everything. So yeah, just go ahead and do it. But if you if you have a colonoscopy and they suspect that it is cancerous, you have to deal with it like uh, the doctor said my best chances would be because when you have it and it could be so tiny that the scope that they use for the colonoscopy might not even catch it because it's that small, it's microscopic, or however you call it.
Microscopic.
Yeah. So I wasn't even intentioned on having the surgery. I really wasn't. But he said, look, you have the surgery, it will leave no doubt in anybody's mine, yours, or anybody's. They'll go in there. They'll see if it's gone, it'll be gone. If there's some there, they'll cut it out. So evidently, and here's what my doctor did too. He marked places where the polyps were. That right there, Dr. Harmer, the surgeon that did the surgery, could see the markings that he made, and could see where it is, and he cut that part out. Uh, so it was very intense. Uh, Not as intense as the second one, but it still was surgery no matter what. But and the Dr. Harmon, he of course the thing about it is Dr. Harmon's come to the office. I don't know how many, come to the hospital. I don't know how many times, but with the drugs that I was on, he'd be talking to me, and I'd just go out, just some pain medicine and everything like that. So the one day he come in there, and I was feeling better. They lowered my doses of pain medicines, what they did, because I was doing so good. And Dr. Harmon, I had to laugh at him. He said, Mr. Are you alert enough to understand what I'm going to say to you? Because every time I come in here and I try to explain to you what I want you to know, you fall asleep on me. I said, yeah, I think so. He said, well, here we go. Said he explained the word, of everything. He said, now I went through everything. I checked the lymph notes, and he said, I see no signs of the cancer. Uh, right now, said, in my opinion, and what I went through with everything, looking at everything twice, three times, sometimes even four times, to make sure I did it right, and to make sure that I could tell you the truth, and tell you exactly what's going on here. You're cancer free. And I felt so good. So have it done. If the doctor says surgery, have it done, because it can save your life.
Pops, last week you had another colonoscopy.
Yes, I did.
Of course, the prep was not fun.
Okay. Let's just take it this right here. The prep ain't nothing but shit. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. Because that's all you do. Because here's the thing. That they want you to do. At the when you go to the bathroom, the bottom of your toilet, it has to be so clear that they can see a pin in the bottom of it. And colonoscopy ain't nothing but just sitting on the toilet shitting. That's all it is.
And I highly suggest, if anybody's going to get a colonoscopy done, get you some of those flushable wipes.
Oh yeah. Oh God, you're gonna need them, because I'm gonna tell you what, toilet paper. You know how soft toilet paper is, though, people. But let me tell you something. After you wipe your ass for about 90,000 times, that toilet paper starts to get fucking rough, and you start to get fucking a rash on your asshole. Okay, I'll say it right plain. So baby wipes are the best thing for it, because because it's your asshole. You wipe it sometimes it's heated, and that right there, coolness to wipe your ass is the best thing though. When you put that right there, right to that ass and start wiping, it's the best thing for it. Cool your ass off too. I'm being honest with you people. I mean, fuck it, I don't care.
Now, Pops, after all the prep and after all the shitting, we got you to the hospital. And
After the hospital, they called me to the back, put me on the gurney, put an IV in my arm, in other words, got me prepped to put me to sleep.
You were nervous, as you always are, for procedure.
Nervous as always, but it's not like you just laying back in your bed and going to sleep, people. I mean, you're wide awake. You just don't go to sleep. It's just not being at home. Now, they moved me after they put the IV in me a little bit. They moved me to where the colonoscopy was going to take place, the procedure of it, and the anesthesia. I mean, great people there. I mean, great people that they told me everything, and said, we're not going to leave you. Said everybody's going to be right there with you. Said and just to make sure everything goes the way it should go. And the last thing I remember is the anesthesia girl. She was nice. she said, Mr. Flat said, I'm going to tell you when I'm going to get use the drug to put you to sleep. Said now you're just going to go to sleep. Said there's going to be nothing about it. You know, well, of course, it's right here's my third time doing it. Okay, so you know, uh, she said, but I'm going to tell you when I'm going to do it. And she said, Mr. Flat, said I'm putting in the sleep medicine. And that's all I heard, and I was out like a light. That's all I heard her say. After that, I don't remember anything that what took place except when I woke up.
The procedure. Well, I'll be honest with you. Our wait was like goddamn like 2 hours or whatever.
Oh yeah. It was because here's what it is. You know, it just wasn't me.
There were multiple people getting it done for sure.
There was multiple people there getting the colonoscopy done. They was multiple people where they took me in. They was about you know a row of rooms that was just made for the colonoscopy people to come in there and wait. Yeah, so it was a busy day that day. Busy.
Yeah, I think it was about 2.5 hours before you got back there.
Yeah.
And then literally the procedure only took like 40 minutes. It didn't take very long.
Yeah. The procedure took about 40 minutes. They wheeled me back into the room that I was in before they took me out. A nurse stays with you while you're asleep. Make sure you know you're breathing right and everything. I opened my eyes up and I seen a nurse staring at me. She said, Mr. Flat, you awake? You okay? Would you like to have something to drink? I said, yes, I would. So she said, would you like to have a Sprite? Of course, it was Shasta. But anyway.
Shasta Twist!
Shasta Twist.
But anyway, it was something to drink. And, you know, my throat was dry and everything like that right there, too. So, hell, I enjoyed it. It didn't matter to me. As a matter of fact, back in the day, I did drink Shasta. So it didn't matter to me. But they said we'll bring your family back to see you. When they went back there in the waiting room,
here we go.
Tommy and Joy wasn't there. The nurse come back and said, well, Mr. I didn't see your kids back there. I hollered their names and nobody come forward. I said, well, hell, they're probably down in the cafeteria.
Me and Tommy went down there, got a little something to eat, and got something to drink, and then we came back up.
And about 5 minutes later, they called us.
Yeah. Wasn't very long, old man.
Yeah, well.
Then we got the call to come back there.
Then what did we do? Once we came in Pops' room, y'all went to the cafeteria, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew it. Hell, I told nurses where the hell you was. Hell, they're probably in the damn cafeteria.
But Pops, you got to speak with the nurses. You got to speak with Dr. Hyder.
Yes, I did. Dr. Hyder. He was the one. He was the one that did my last colonoscopy. Well, 2 times did my colonoscopy. Let me put it that way. This right here was the 3rd time for me. Damn.
Not only that, but Pops, as you were waiting to see Dr. Hyder for us to leave, you seen Dr. Harmon, who's the one.
I seen Dr. Harmon too. Yes. He came in because both Dr. Harmon is nicest guy. Dr. Hyder is too, nicest guy. You see, Dr. Hyder was the one that told me about my surgery, and I was telling him, you know, it's right. It had been a year later. Let's just think about that. And he said, "Yes, I know. I remember." And by the way things are, it was a success, wasn't it? I said, "Yes, it was." But Dr. Harmon, he was there, and he said, you know, you got to keep that checkup on, you know, on the colonoscopy. You know that you already know you're high risk. You've got to come in here and get it done. And then he said, I'm glad that you're here to get it done.
Pops, how did your colonoscopy go?
No signs of cancer. They were polyps, but they were so small that the way they explained to me, it was that they were so small that it didn't have time to you see the big ones. They said the big ones are the ones you got to worry about. The small ones, they just go in there, strip them out, and they're gone. So it doesn't take time to make them cancerous. When they're small, they get rid of them when they're small. Mine, what it was is when I first had my colonoscopy and they took the polyps out, they were six out of, I think six of them, and some of them were real big, real big. They said, but these right here were small. I mean, I was persistent. I mean, I was still scared because they said we found polyps, but they're real small. And even the nurse said, I don't think they ain't cancerous because they're, they didn't have time they're just too small.
They actually lasered them off, by the way.
Yeah.
Pops
Yeah, they did.
They did find about, I think they said 4 or 5 polyps this time. They were all really small. They got rid of them, and Pops is cancer free. And they said that he doesn't have to have another colonoscopy until about in like 3 years. But of course, they still want to keep a checkup on him just to make
Yes,
sure he's all right. And you got to see your primary doctor, and she said that everything's looking good for you, Pops.
Yeah. You see, guys, I just don't. You see, I just don't go to my primary doctor. I go. There's a cancer center here in the town that we live in, and a good doctor named Dr. Brewer. She's a female, sweet girl, because I call her girl because she's young. She's a hell of a lot younger than me. Okay, let's put it that way. Sweet. She keeps an eye on me. I have to go in there every 6 months. I have to go in there and get labs done, get tested, blood, everything.
Actually, she was the one that filmed you ringing that bell.
Yes,
at the cancer center.
Yes, me. Here's the story behind that. I was cancer free. Everybody cancer free rings the bell. And I was like, I really don't think I want to do that. But they filmed it, and Dr. Brewer said, "Let me tell you something, Mr. Flatt. Do you realize how many patients don't get that chance? A lot of patients here, they don't get that chance. They die. And me, I have to look at them while they die." Said, "Ring the bell." Because ring the bell for the ones that didn't have the chance. So that's what I did. I rung the bell for the people that didn't have the chance.
Pops, we're happy for you. You're cancer free. Everything's looking good for you. You're a healthy old man.
Yeah, I'm pretty healthy to be my age. Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Tommy, you also had a little checkup with your doctor as well.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
All right, it went good.
Went good? Is that
it? Okay, I'll tell more.
Yeah.
Well, it went good. I went there to the doctor's office. They checked up everything. Had a little problem with one of my side effects of the medicines. Yeah, I had to take care of that, which they said when I come back and see her in 6 weeks, and if it continues, then they'll think about something else to do about it. And then I went there, again, I had my weight loss surgery, and I go to the weight loss place in Louisville almost every 6 months.
Yeah.
And hate going to Louisville.
Yeah.
That's one thing I dread. That's the only dread part I have on my shit.
Yeah.
And then I went to my doctor. everything was good. You know, my sugar was good. My blood pressure was good. Especially when you get people out of your life, that makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, the people that stress you out and piss you off, make sure your blood pressure rises just to piss you off. That's the perfect time to get rid of them.
Yeah,
And then you don't have to deal with the stress of the fucking shit. Especially dumb people. I know a lot of them. Once they're out of your life, it's perfect. So it's so perfect you can wear the Don Morocco shirt. That's how perfect it is. Ain't that right, Don? And,
Yeah.
but beyond that, everything else was good. I actually ever since when I went to the doctor, I weighed 288 pounds.
Yo, yay.
Tommy?
I have lost over 100 something pounds.
Yeah.
Over 100 pounds. Ever
Tommy,
since I got this weight loss surgery.
ever since the
Ever since Mr. Laurinaitis did it.
yeah, Mr. Laurinaitis.
He looks like John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, Tommy's
I call him Dr. Laurinaitis.
Tommy's weight loss surgeon looked like Johnny Ace.
He does, with long hair.
Yeah.
Good doctor though. He did the job.
And congratulations, Tommy.
Yeah.
You lost over
Also,
100
this is
pounds?
the lot. This is,
Yep.
my doctor said this is the lightest I've ever been since I've seen her for 6 years.
Yeah, Tommy's been seeing his primary doctor for the last 6 years, since 2018.
And she's the one that requested maybe you should get weight loss surgery.
Yeah, you've been seeing her since 2018.
Yep.
And Tommy,
Ever since I started when I had my heart attack.
yeah, ever since he had his heart attack. Tommy, you've
Wait.
lost 100 pounds.
Yep.
This is the lightest you've been in the last 6 years.
Yeah. 288.
So yeah, doing well.
And
Yeah.
I feel good. I walk almost every day except when it's fucking hot as balls. I'm cutting that time out.
Guys,
It's fucking hot here in the fucking KY, okay?
Yeah.
it's hot in the KY.
Sometimes it gets in the fucking 90s here.
Actually,
That's fucking-
actually, it's going to be
Yeah, here
in the
soon it's gonna be
90s
in the
this
fucking
week.
90s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, good thing. Positive, cancer free. Tommy's lost 100 pounds.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good things all around.
And
guys.
also, I see a heart doctor once a year.
Yeah.
That shit's going good too.
That's good.
Guys, please, if he go get a colonoscopy. Don't put it all because
I have mine.
it's just gonna make things worse for you. And if a doctor says, maybe we need to do surgery, get it done. It could save your life.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was
My
kind of
brother,
lenient on this weight loss surgery shit.
yeah,
And then, and looking back now, I'm kind of glad I did it because it's actually helped.
my brother was scared just like I was, but he was so scared that he didn't want to do it. He died. That's it. He died.
Guys, think about getting your think about getting your health checked out for sure.
Yeah, someone needs.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, you want to change the subject now?
Oh yeah. You see the one with the round face with the dimple on his cheek there. He says he's fine.
I know I need to see a doctor, and I will soon. Okay, I will.
Don't let him. He's gonna go see
A
no
couple of
doctor.
times, never does.
Shut up. All right, let's go and get started with this.
Oh,
Okay.
now you want to change the
Yeah,
subject?
No, we need to move it along. This has already been 30 minutes.
All right then. All right.
I was thinking it was only going to take like 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
you guys brought it out to 30. Anyway.
I didn't drag it out.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wanted to explain everything there was to it.
Well,
And anyway, he wants to change the subject anyway because
we
he don't
got
want to.
to. We got to get going.
Well, let's get going then. Change the subject, man.
Of course, we play a lot of video games on the channel. Not on the channel, but we play video games here at Wrestling Rampage.
Yeah.
And every once in a while on our on our podcast, we're going to show you guys what we're playing right now. Currently. Tommy, I guess I'll let you go first since
It'll be short and sweet to the fucking point.
it's gonna be short, sweet to the point.
Me, I've been playing WWE 2K24 a lot. That's all I've been playing for right now.
Did you finish that story?
I'm stuck on some of the shit.
Oh, okay.
Why do you got to do combos and all this garbage? Take that shit out. No one wants to do that shit. Just let us finish the goddamn story and move on. Like, I ain't got time for fucking combos. If I want combos, I'll go to the goddamn gas station and grab combos.
You get the pizza ones?
Yeah. Pizza.
Pizza.
You don't want the cheese with pretzels on it.
Yeah.
I remember they came out with mustard one. Who the fuck would want the mustard? You remember they came out with the mustard combos?
I like mustard.
I do too, but you remember they came out with the mustard combos?
Yeah.
Who's gonna buy those?
They got mustard soda out too.
Yeah, who's gonna drink that? I like mustard. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I've been playing WWE 2K24 a lot.
Pops, what have you been playing?
Well, what I did was, I went back in time for me. I still play my PlayStation 4 and everything, but I went back in time. I played Xbox 360, and it is Medal of Honor Airborne.
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing you get pissed off. Remember, he said in the line that throw controllers. That's a fucking liar.
Damn right.
Hey, he's thrown his Xbox 360 controller. Batteries go everywhere.
Well, hell.
We're talking about Sunbeam.
Hell, it aggravates me.
Sunbeam batteries.
You're facing Airborne's great. You're back facing Hitler, trying to stop what he's doing.
I know. Probably got a Hitler trying to be a president right now.
Yeah. We also got another Hitler. We have to face that guy. Probably the same way we're facing it right here on this game here.
We've been seeing you get pissed off and I don't slam controllers no more and all this. I see you grab a controller and go wham, wham.
See the batteries fly out.
Yeah.
Sunbeam.
Don't lie to the people, man.
I ain't lying. I did, but games are tedious, especially this one right here. And I'm playing on difficult.
You like it though?
I love it. It's a strategic. You're mostly on the move, running from tanks, shells, grenades. It takes you back to the war against Hitler. Of course, Tommy's right. We do have a guy trying to run for president that wants to be Hitler.
Yeah.
So we have to. We'll probably have to defend ourselves against him.
Yeah, his name is Donald Tang.
Donald Tang. I guess I'm the last one.
Yeah, go ahead.
During that console generation that Pops is talking about with Xbox 360 and PS3, I went with Xbox 360 back in the day. I enjoyed what I played on the Xbox.
Fuck Microsoft.
But I'm not sure if I'll ever go back to Microsoft again for any reason really. And I missed out on a lot of the PS3 games. I decided to hook up a PS3 and I started playing it again. And I'm playing right now. I'm playing a game on the PS3 that actually came out on the PS2. But back when the PS2 was relevant and everything, I didn't have a job or anything, so I couldn't just buy all the games I wanted to because I was a kid when it was, back during the PS2 era. And I never got to play the original God of War games. And I was sitting there looking at my games, and I'm like, what the hell do I want to play? Well, I ended up picking up out of my game collection. I've had this in my collection for a while now. The God of War saga. This is the collection of God of War. It's God of War 1, 2, and 3 on it, and it says it includes all 5 games. There's a voucher in here for the PSP versions of what is it called? Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, which I have those as well. But the thing is they're downloadable vouchers.
Yeah.
They're not physical discs. The only physical discs is God of War 1, 2, and 3. So I've been playing. I've been going through God of War 1 on this, and I've been enjoying it so far. Really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was. I'm not super far into it, but for what I've played of it, I've actually enjoyed. So, been really digging the God of War stuff right now because I never really got to play it growing up or during the PS3 era because I had Xbox 360 during that era.
Not me.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Playing the God of War?
Nah.
No. But yeah, God of War Saga, so that's what I'm playing right now.
But not only that right there. Now, I got the 360, the 360 Medal of Honor Airborne. I also got the PlayStation 3 version of it.
You do? Yeah.
Yes, I do. It's in my collection.
And guys, that's what we've been doing recently.
So I'm gonna be honest. That's why we haven't been filming for a while because we had doctor's appointments and everything else.
Yeah, and we just want to show you guys what we've been playing recently because we like to show that on the channel.
You can't do no better than getting yourself checked out with your health. To me, everything else is put on the back burner until everything is cleared.
We've already went through the health situation, old man. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Let's go ahead and go to the wrestling news.
It's time for In the News.
In the news.
The WR News. What are you?
Another Instagram shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with the first news.
Okay.
We got.
And this is from Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. Sports Illustrated.
You ever read it?
Are they still around?
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Sports Illustrated is still around.
Fuck Sports Illustrated.
That's all they ever really cover anymore is them.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and read that. Go ahead.
All right. Now, this is from Sports Illustrated. This is actually brought out by Sports Kita, which, they bring out a lot of bullshit sports shit. But this is actually from Sports Illustrated. And this is the Young Bucks.
Of course it is.
Everybody's favorite World Tag Team Champions. Jack unfairly ate crap for a very long time. So we had a lot of empathy for him. And we were very excited to help him launch his comeback. We gave him advice on how to succeed in Japan. And it felt like he was our little brother. Now, see, not only did they say that, but I know there's another Young Bucks here, or something about Jack Perry. No, I can't find the damn thing. Do you remember the one about they said something else about Jack Perry? I just don't remember what it was.
Not really, fucky.
Okay. Well, they said pretty much that they gave him advice. Well, see, that was their first mistake right there.
That was their first mistake. I was saying about how he don't get the credit he deserves and garbage like that.
Yeah. That's what the other one was. That Jack Perry never gets the credit that he deserves, and all this shit. Well, him as the Elite with his buddy.
With his bosom buddies.
Yeah, with his bosom buddies. Listen, you're going to talk that way about your friends. But every person that I've ever seen that had to deal with Jack Perry never liked the little son of a bitch anyway.
Yeah.
Whether it's CM Punk, fucking Billy Gunn don't like his ass. A lot of the people that's in that company don't like his fucking ass. They think he has a shitty attitude, and I have to agree.
Clearly, it looks like he does.
It clearly looks like he
And
does.
to be honest,
and not only that, his dad was a famous, fucking actor on like Beverly Hills was it 90210 or whatever?
Oh, was that it?
The theme music from.
Yeah, and literally
that show fucking sucked.
Beverly Hills 90210 sucked anyway.
And like, so he's always been an entitled shithead, thinking that he's better than he really is. And fuck Jack Perry, he's a bitch.
Here's the thing about old Jackie. Hyde is what I call him. Jack Hyde is what I call him.
Jack Hyde.
Here's the thing about Hyde. Fuck you, okay? That's the fucking thing. And be honest, all you are is the Young Bucks' butt licker. That's all the fuck you are. You lick their crack.
And O'Cody.
And O'Cody, who I call the scent maker. He ain't the widow maker, or what the fuck he calls himself, or Rainmaker. Now you're the scent maker. You're the vocal. And to be honest, look at the Young Bucks, fucking Okada,
and Jack Perry.
Fuck them. Because here's the thing, they'll never get over anywhere else. To be honest, they're not fucking talented. Either one of them are not. Even fucking Okada, in my opinion. Honestly,
I haven't seen anything that's impressed me.
Ever since he came from the good old US of A, what the fuck has he done? See, it's different. Hey, you got over in Japan. Well, that's well and good, Blondie. What the fuck have you done here in the good old US of A? Nothing. You could break that shit here in the States. It don't mean nothing. You're not over. Ooh, big deal. You call the fucking fans bitches. Whoa, I haven't heard that before. Remember, it don't matter if you use the word bitch, right? That's what someone said. You know. When Punk said bitch, it's a different story. But if old fucking sit maker here says it, the fresh maker over here says it, it's a different story.
Pops, how do you feel about
Ain't that
them?
right,
How do you feel about them praising their good friend?
What's the old Bucks want? Huh? Well, you see that's the old Bucks. See, for you see, if they give somebody credit, they got to have something in return. See, you got now he has to say something to boost them up a little bit. Give them a little encouragement. Which fuck them all.
Well, see, also they said that they gave Jack Perry some advice in Japan when
getting it over in Japan is not that difficult.
It's not that difficult, and on top of that, the Young Bucks were never over in fucking Japan either.
No, they weren't.
Kenny was. They weren't.
Yeah, Kenny. They were riding Kenny's coattails.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
They were riding Kenny Omega's coattails. They weren't over in Japan.
No.
He was. They weren't.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm not a Kenny Omega fan, but he was more over than the fucking Young Bucks was. The Young Bucks weren't over.
Yeah.
Well, to me, the Young Bucks, should I say the old Bucks, never was over.
I agree with you on that.
They wasn't over in Japan. They're not over in all things wrestling to me. Just a bunch of people that like to hang out and act like a fucking moron.
Jack Perry think you need somebody. Motherfucker, you're the one who got choked out by Punk. Get the fuck out of here. You're a pussy ass.
Fuck them all.
You can't fight. You can't do anything. Fuck Samoa Joe to save your little scrawny ass. Me, if I was Joe, I would fucking join Punk. I'd beat the shit out of you more for me.
Just turn around and slap the shit out of him?
Yeah. Well, he's got the face where you just... Have you ever had a face you just want to beat the shit out of? He's got that face. A face that goes right to a fist. But let's go to the next one. Let's talk about Drew McIntyre, the chosen one.
And this is from where?
You mean that chosen
PW.
one?
Okay, so for PW Insider. Okay.
It's about Drew McIntyre. It was never a consideration of not wrestling with WWE. It was never a consideration not wrestling with WWE. I don't think, or am I gonna go wrestle somewhere else? It was this is where I want to wrestle, and I don't want to be anywhere else.
Because I think it was last week, or at least almost 2 weeks ago, that Drew McIntyre's contract was coming up with the WWE, and they haven't really figured out if he re-signed or not. And well,
Apparently he's resigned.
apparently he re-signed, and he's doing really good on Raw.
I'll be honest, he's doing great things on Raw.
And
I'm glad he's getting used better than what he was when Vince was there.
Pops, what is the one thing that all these marks say about if a person leaves WWE, where should they go?
AEW?
Yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind. They don't say TNA. They don't say MLW. They don't say Elemental P or
well, you know, but here's the
thing.
You know, I'm going to say this right here. Here's the thing, you know, and Tony Khan, you know, all you marks that sit in the basement, you know, he's already said it. He does not make stars. He buys stars or has been stars.
Well,
because you won't know why? Because he doesn't have the knowledge. He doesn't have the knowledge to make stars in his own fucking company.
He buys stars and he buys has-been stars and makes them less.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Look at it now. Look at half of that roster, and half of it, and the biggest part of it is the ones that he brought over from WWE. What are they doing now? They're sitting back there eating catering. I don't see them nowhere. I don't see them in big matches.
When it comes to Drew McIntyre, I'm actually happy with a lot of the stuff that he's done over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, maybe last year or two,
he was going downhill.
He was pretty boring. And once again, this was under the Vince McMahon regime, where it's not now. And
you see, Vince McMahon was old school, kind of a wrestler. That's what his dad did, and that's why he did the way he did. But I'm glad to see that Triple H is fucking opening up the book and say, hey, we got to do something different here.
Mm. And I've actually been pretty impressed with what he's done over the last 6 months or so.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy he's re-signed with WWE, to be completely honest with you. You want me to read that one?
Yeah, we'll switch back and forth.
This one is from AEW's Double or Nothing media call with the booker, Tony Khan.
Yeah.
This is what Tony Yayo had to say.
Oh, you mean the guy, the guy that gets in fake awards, Booker of the Year?
Pretty much.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said that
they're fake. Don't you people know that? It's just something that fucking mouser made up, and I call him the fucking mouse.
He said, we've got Christian Cage, who has been, in my opinion, the MVP of AEW television over the past year. And what Christian Cage has done for this company is unbelievable. He's one of the best signings AEW's ever made. This motherfucker says this about everybody.
He says about everybody who signed.
He says that about every single body he brings in.
I'm sorry. I think Christian Cage is boring as hell on AEW television. Oh, great. You're bringing out Nick fucking Nobody and his mama. And then you got that fucking boring ass fucking dinosaur behind you. And then fucking you pretty much just renewed your fucking feud with Edge until his fucking dumbass got his fucking own self injured like a fucking moron.
I'd rather see Tyson Tomko.
Yeah, give me Tyson Tomko.
Well, don't you?
Yeah, he's more over than fucking Mr. Dinosaur there.
Don't you guys understand there? these guys ain't interested in promos. You know, they're giving them what the marks want.
You know, I'm
You know,
sorry.
they want them in there to fuck their names, get in there and wrestle.
Or you mean he's giving them sickos what they want, which
we're
we'll
gonna
get
get
into
in there.
that. We're
But
gonna get
here's
into
the
that in a
thing,
few
fucking
minutes.
Christian Cage. I'm gonna say this. Ever since he showed up, like people say he's been great. I haven't seen it. I just haven't.
Because you don't watch.
Oh yeah, I forgot I don't watch modern wrestling. We'll get into that in a second.
You don't watch wrestling.
Oh yeah. I don't watch.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that, I got a fucking complaint here in a minute after we're done with this fucking wrestling news.
Okay.
I got something I want to bring up.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, now let's go to another one.
Hold on, Pops. You got anything to say
you got
about
something to
Christian?
say here?
Yeah, let me just say this right here. You know, he's old, just like Edge. You know, he picks these guys up. How many years does these people does he really think these people are going to stay in the ring?
Like honestly, Christian may have maybe 5 years at the most of being in your company as a professional wrestler.
That is if he can actually stay healthy.
Yeah, especially over that 5 years. It could be even way less.
Let's I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and get all the Mone out of the way.
Yeah, Mercedes Mone.
Yeah, there's a lot of news about Mercedes Mone. So let's get her out.
So what does Mone gotta say?
Mercedes
or the CEO.
Yeah, CEO of Tony Khan Enterprises. Mercedes Mone says a lot of shit. We're gonna get into all of her goddamn shit here.
Oh Lord.
You know, 6ix9ine. We're gonna get into her in a minute. I don't like being handcuffed. The only place to grow is with change, and I needed that change.
And that's from what?
That's from The Ringer.
The Ringer. Okay.
Buzzkill. All right, let's wait for this. I'm gonna wait for that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
We got some more Mone here.
And this is from
the Media Scrotum, Double or Nothing.
The Media Call Scrotum.
Coming here to AEW has saved my life.
Oh goddamn.
It has given me new hopes, new dreams, new changes, new opportunities. This AEW roster is legit one of the best for the past 2 years. I really did not where I'm going to be after leaving WWE. I did not know where I was going to be after leaving WWE. Tonight we showed WWE isn't the only place. AEW's where the best wrestle. AEW's where the best place to be. Let's move on to the next one that Mone had to say here. I want to get all the Mone out of the way.
Pops, you're hearing what Mone's saying here?
All right.
Oh, you mean Shasha Banky?
Yeah, we got more here.
Okay.
You want to hear what else she has to say? And this was a promo, I guess.
And this is from TMZ.
Yeah, this was, I guess, her promo on Dynamite where she won the meaningless TBS championship. I'm sorry, that belt's meaningless. Sorry. We just celebrated 5 years this past Sunday. AEW is just legit. Changing the game in professional wrestling. It's the first competition for WWE in a very, very long time. As you see, AEW is where the best wrestle. You have me at the greatest. You have me at the greatest of all time. The TBS Women's Champion. We have Will Ospreay. We have Kenny Omega. We have Swerve Strickland. We have Willow Nightingale. I could just go on, but you could sit. We have such amazing, incredible talent. And that's all.
I like how, Pops, did you notice that Mercedes Mone said, and I quote, there hasn't been any competition in years, and AEW is WWE's competition.
See, they keep bringing it up. They do. The fans and the fucking talent keep bringing it up and comparing it to the WWE. It's them doing it.
Yep.
It's not the fucking fans. Well, some of the fans.
Oh,
Well, the dwellers do. The fanboys.
the rest of the tacos
Yeah,
out there.
the fucking jabberjaw McDouble ears of the world do it. But
With that
take
same
that
dirty
onion
ass
off.
shirt.
Yeah,
Well,
take that onion off.
let's
And
see.
see, Mercedes Mone. I'm sorry, honey. Ever since you showed up in AEW, you've been the drizzling fucking shits. You hear me, Miss 6ix9ine? You've been the drizzling fucking shits ever since you showed up to this fucking pissant company. Yeah, it's a pissant. How about it? You got something to say? Fuck you, because it's true. 5 years? 5 years, big fucking deal. You're still just as bad for the first 5 years. But you gonna be bad for the next 5 years? Because clearly it looks like it.
And she's saying that she needed this change.
She needed the change.
Pops, AEW saved her life.
Yeah, it saved her life. That's great.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I don't know how much she's making now.
Oh, she's making a lot of money.
But I'm pretty sure after saying those words, Tony Little Connie is gonna give her a little bit more money. Thank you for saying those words.
Look at her saying shit like this, saying where the best wrestle, it's where the best botch is what I see. Because wrestling, where the best wrestle my ass. You're every fucking show fucking sucks, and the ratings show it, pal.
They lost NXT.
They lost to NXT this fucking week. As you like to say in WWE developmental territory, you lost to a developmental territory. And that's even with Cody on there. And all these bitches go to a trick for a cookout. That draw more than goddamn fucking what AEW did. No, y'all couldn't even beat Sexy Red for God's sake. She got it sexy there. She beat the fucking AEW.
People would rather see her and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, really. Yeah, they'd rather see Shawn Michaels and fucking
Sexy Red
perform Sexy Boy before they can fucking watch your fucking pissant empty arena.
You know what? These marks, when she changed her name and everything like that right there, I'm going to explain to you marks that you don't understand. Evidently, you don't.
All she is.
You cannot. Do you know what Sasha Banks is? That is a WWE trademark. She couldn't use that to go there.
She's called Mercedes.
Mercedes Mone.
That's how come she changed it to Mone or whatever.
She is Mone. She's the one stealing the money. Remember, they're game changers. She brought in talking about. They're changing the game.
She said AEW is changing the game. From what I've seen, people are changing the channel. They're not changing the game.
Yeah, they're not changing the game. People are changing the station.
Well, you see, it's like this right here. You see, when people take off the blinders and they see what they're seeing, they see shit. Say, we don't want to see no more shit.
I'll be honest. Ever since she left WWE, she has
floundering.
Worse.
She's floundering.
Ever since she left.
Oh, by the way, I also found out that bitch can't dance for the fuck.
Oh no, the only thing she knows how to do is this.
Yeah, the little shimmy.
Do the ring and the shimmy.
Yeah.
And the grind on the goddamn ring pad there on the apron. That's about it.
So I found out that bitch can't even dance either.
Well, look who her husband is. He's a nerd like she is. Yeah. Who done up, down? Come on, this guy's a production guy, for God's sake.
I thought it was with costumes.
Who cares? He's still a jabroni.
But I'm going to say this right here. I liked Edge ever since he come in with a brood. Okay. The point of it is, I still like Edge, no matter what he does or where he goes.
Hey,
because you see, I know what the marks don't know. He's there to make the money. Listen. If you pay me for not doing shit, motherfucker, I'll go to that job.
All right. Well, we do know that Edge is getting paid to do nothing now because he's got 2 fucking broken legs.
Yeah. You know, probably because Tony Khan, you know, is a promoter, the world greatest promoter, put him in a match, and you know,
He ain't put a rough
and nobody there knows how to work.
Well, that's
Nobody
what I
knows how to
think.
work. It's not safe there. So yeah, so the motherfuckers, you know, broke his fucking legs.
We got some more what Mercedes Monet said.
This is what she said as a bold statement.
And I quote,
Yeah.
this came from Miss Monet's lips.
Yeah. Mone's mouth. What Mone had to say?
Mercedes Monet boldly
What's Mone
declares
mouth say?
herself the greatest woman wrestler ever.
Is she out there? Well, yeah, she.
Mercedes, what the fuck are you smoking? Are you smoking Tony Khan's yayo?
Go with the yo.
Huh?
Did she break into his stash?
I'm going to say this right now. Talent wise, yes, you're good. But ever since you showed up at AEW, you've been the drizzling fucking shit, sweetie. I'm sorry you have.
Listen here, sweetheart.
Now, wait a minute now.
With the
Now, wait a minute
CEO
now.
glasses ain't getting you nowhere.
Guys,
You fucking with your horrible fucking
guys.
song. That sounds like Gunther.
Wait a minute now, guys. For the way they work there, and another thing is she has no more competition. She don't have no competition there. So,
really.
you know, if you don't have no competition, then you can name yourself any fucking thing. All right?
Look, I'll be honest. AEW's women's roster are fucking horrible. They got some good talent, but they make it no talent. They do WCW 2000, 2001. You can make talent and make it no talent. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. And you saying you declare yourself one of the greatest women wrestlers ever? You used to be. I don't know what the fuck happened ever since you left, but you used to be. I remember you showed up in Japan wearing a geisha fucking playing the fucking guitar Riho socks. Well, that didn't get you over. Or Rihu, whatever fuck her goddamn Japanese name was. Some Japanese girl you were taking on in fucking Wrestle Kingdom or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And fucking you show up here in AEW, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't changing nothing special. You're just there
It's changing the game, Tom.
Where? It's changing the channel is what it's doing. People like, oh, AEW, that's still on.
She's there.
You're
She's
not
there.
You're not. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Bailey's better than you. Charlotte's better than you.
Well, let me just say this.
I'm gonna name all these people. Out of the 4 horsewomen, you're the shittiest right now.
And this to me is the bottom line right here. Fuck it, you know. She's there. The reason why Edge is there, the reason why Cage is there, the reason why the Strong Digger is there, is because of the money. I mean, if some motherfucker was paying me for not doing shit, I'll take that fucking job, motherfucker.
Come on, let's be honest. Bailey's better than you. Charlotte's better than you. Becky's better than you.
Bianca's better than her.
Bianca's better than you. Jade's even better than you right now. And she's just started. Rhea's better than you. Fuck, there's a whole bunch of fucking women's talent better than you right now. Fuck, even Liv Morgan right now is better than you right now.
I like to see her straddle me.
I know. Hell, I even do one better. Maxine Dupree right now is doing more better than you right now.
All that's going on right here, right now.
Sorry, Mercedes. Right now, you're a fucking joke.
Is Tony Khan is playing with his little toys he's got.
I don't want to
trying to think that he is a promoter, which he's not.
Let's talk more about Yayo.
Well, also I want to know, what does that mean that she's a TBS champion?
It don't mean a goddamn that TBS women's title don't mean the damn thing.
Toni Storm is the world women's champion.
You got the secondary title. If you were so great, why'd you get the TBS title?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you fight fucking Toni Storm for that women's world title? No, you get the consolation prize, sweetie.
I want to read Tony.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he needs a barber.
Tony with that fucked up. Look at this goose face.
Look at his fucking hair. Look at his fucking hair.
Look at his goose fucking
Look
face.
at it. And you guys like this clown?
Paz, what do you think about that face right there?
Look at it.
Looks like a fucking Q-tip. He looks like to me like he snorted too much.
This is a face only a woman
Will never. This is a face that's never been laid.
that his mama only loves right here. This is the
Yeah.
face that a mother can only love right here. Anyway, let's go ahead.
He's the guy. He's the guy that's probably never had a piece of pussy in his life.
This
That's
is
how
from
come he hugs his wrestlers, because they're the only ones that'll come close to him.
this is coming from the AEW Double or Nothing scrotum.
Yeah,
Okay.
scrotum. Oh, the old scrotum again.
Yeah. Tony Khan said this. We talked about a lot of potential additions and championships. And also, with Ring of Honor, you can't deny that Ring of Honor has good rivalries.
Ring of Honor don't even have a TV deal.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
I want to
go.
talk about this real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead. But here's the thing: Ring of Honor don't even have a fucking TV deal.
Ring of Honor doesn't have a TV deal. Nobody's watching Ring of Honor.
Of course, you're going to mow them down.
But no one's watching it.
Also, Tony Khan says that he could be introducing a mixed tag team championship.
Why?
Oh my! That's all that program needs is another goddamn
How many
useless
fucking
belt.
belts do you need?
Wait a minute.
You
Wait a
got so
minute.
many fucking belts. It's ridiculous.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Don't he own? Don't he? Didn't he buy the rights to Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
Show this
Well,
thing.
then what's he talking about competition, motherfucker? You're going against
Look,
your own
look,
fucking competition.
Look at-
You
look at-
stupid, ignorant fuck.
I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toger.
That son bitch can't even get
I'm
picked poke.
in the line.
Pops, does this company need another useless fucking belt
No.
as far as a mixed tag team championship?
Well, don't you understand though? He's fulfilling his childhood dream.
Hold on here. Hold on. We are going to go.
Like, how many fucking belts do you need?
We're going to do AEW championships. The current list of championships that they have right now, guys. Hold on, and this includes tag team, and this also includes women. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking championships, and that doesn't include the Ring of Honor titles.
Yes.
9. You got
9 fucking belts.
You got the TBS, you got the women's, you got the Trios Championship, the Tag Team Championships, the FTW Championship, the Continental Breakfast Championship, the International Breakfast Championship, the TNT Championship, and the fucking World Championship. Do you need another goddamn belt?
Like, do you? You really don't need another goddamn. That'll be 10.
10? Do you really need 10 championships on your fucking promotion? Really?
Hell, you're not even drawing anyway.
Pops, when you have so many championships on your roster, what does that mean for your championships?
Who's gonna pit? You can't pit all them belts on these guys or girls or whoever. That's too much. That's too many fucking belts.
See, it's
Hell, according to what he's trying to do, he wants to put a belt on everybody.
Why do you need all these fucking championships? I don't understand it. Like, when everybody has a belt, your belt means nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean nothing. You see, that's what I'm saying. He don't know how to run a company. He does not know anything about wrestling.
Belts.
You know, he's just living a childhood dream of having his little wrestling toys, and he's sitting them out there without training. without any training. That's why they're getting hurt. And but you know his let's see, fan base, as you want to call it. I call it a cult. Just like I call 45 a cult. But anyway, that's exactly what he's he's catering to his little base out there. They probably said, we want to see more belts. Well, then right away he wants to get more belts.
Well, let's go into some more news here. You got Swerve Strickland talking on the media scroll, on the scrotum sack.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big deal to me, being the first Afro-American AEW World Champion. It's nice to hear the perspective of other people that I'm inspiring kids. I'm gonna be honest, I like Swerve.
I like Swerve too. Yeah.
I do, and I'm proud of him. Because he got there, he worked hard to get where he is. I like Swerve. Great talent.
Prince Nana.
And Prince Nana, fucking great manager, by the way. I love Nana. I've enjoyed Prince Nana ever since that Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
The
original Embassy.
Yeah, the original Embassy. Yeah. But come on, like the thing is, and people's like, well, if the ratings are so bad, maybe it's Swerve's fault. How the fuck is it his fault?
Well, see, also, what we didn't tell you guys is not only those 9 AEW recognized championships,
Yes.
but you also gotta realize the television champion for fucking Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion,
Tag team
champion.
Women's.
They got a pure championship there.
They got a women.
They got a women's championship there. They also have that strong whatever championship as well. That's on national television. That somebody has. I forgot who has it, but somebody has it on there. And not only that, but New Japan's goddamn fucking U.S. championship was Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Right there's fucking almost fucking 7 other fucking belts. And by the way, when you present Jon Moxley as this fucking New Japan fucking U.S. champion, you're treating him better than you're treating Swerve.
Yes.
And Swerve is your fucking AEW fucking world champion.
When you're the fucking world champion, here's one thing WWE does better than fucking what AEW does on their champions. I know Damian Priest, he's the WWE world champion. They show that he's a top guy.
Yep.
They treat him like a top guy. They even though some people might not believe he's a top guy, but he's the world champion. They put him on TV, make him a world. They use him in the right way.
Pops, you got something to say there?
Yeah, a guy the guy that's a world champion for your company, for the name of your company. Don't you want to give him exposure?
I would. Instead of having the New Japan fucking U.S. champion on my show.
No, you don't want to put fucking Swerve on there, though. You're world champion. But see, that's the thing. WWE does their world champions a lot better than what AEW does.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
Because like for example, Damian Priest, they get him over. They fucking make him a top guy. Same thing with Cody Rhodes. They treat both their world champions as fucking top guys.
Not only that, but I mean, if you guys have been keeping track of anything on television, Swerve's been getting his ass kicked.
Yes.
By multiple people.
And look, I have a feeling here when Eddie defended the title against fucking Willie Will, are you with me?
Yeah, Willie Will.
I'm a little bit worried. You know why? Because I have a feeling he's going to lose that title to Tony's boy.
To the bump and grind?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Will Ospreay as a world champion would be a fucking travesty. That'll make people change more. I'm sorry, it would. It fucking would.
Listen here, bruv.
I don't give a fuck about your bruh or anything. I'm sorry. You are a fucking joke. Just imagine this goof as world fucking champion. Imagine this motherfucking Stinky Peterson as goddamn world champion.
It's like I said. It's like I said before. Tony Khan don't know his ass from a hologram when it comes to wrestling. He does not know anything about it. He does not know.
I love Swerve. Don't get me wrong. I love
He doesn't know how to make stars, and he doesn't know how to promote the guy that he puts his belt on.
Mm-hmm.
He's been getting his ass kicked, and he's your world champion. You're supposed to protect your world champion. I'm sorry, you are.
You want to read?
Yeah, go ahead and read.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try to get through this right here. Nauseating shit.
Tony Khan on the AEW Double or Nothing.
He still looks like a putz.
Media scrotum said
Oh,
MJF.
yeah, he digged his scrotum. I'm pretty sure because you don't have a woman to do it.
MJF has been a huge part of AEW. He's a former AEW world champion. He's been here since the first match. We're very glad to have him back, especially at a 5-year anniversary. Listen, I'm off the MJF
Me too.
train.
Me too.
Um,
You killed me with MJF once he was paired with Chris Jericho, pal.
MJF is just boring as hell to watch.
To me, he is now. Yeah.
Don't care that he returned.
Nope.
Don't give a damn if he leaves.
See,
Nope.
Even though he got that shitty ass tattoo on his leg.
Hopefully it's a wash off.
Hopefully it's a wash off.
you see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Tony Khan is no promoter. He plays with toys, human toys. A promoter knows how to run a business. A promoter knows who's going to go on top and who should stay on top, and they protect the ones that's on top.
Also, did you guys notice that Tony Khan, all that motherfucker ever talks about is, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's all he
Yeah.
knows how to say.
I'd love to
That's
have them
great.
here.
Yeah,
This
It's
is great.
that's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
Delightful. All right, Matt.
Delightful.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one here. Tony Khan, another scrotum here.
Oh,
scrotum
God.
sack.
God.
Adam Copeland has been so awesome for us since he came
God.
in.
There he goes.
He came in here at AEW at the perfect time. We are very blessed to have the rated R superstar here in AEW. But he didn't last very long.
There you go. There you go again.
He didn't last very. See, that's all he does. All he does is fucking say shit that people want to hear. Won't you be honest? Yeah, that was the shits. Won't you be honest? They fucking tell the truth, Tony. You know every fucking match ain't great. Come on, be honest. But no, you don't want to be honest. You want to just say what you want to brush your fucking sideshow Bob ego. Fuck you.
No. You see, he has to keep his base happy. Just don't say anything to each other. Just go out there and wrestle.
Well, listen, AEW is where the best wrestle.
Well, let's talk about some people leaving AEW, shall we?
I would love to.
You got Mark Henry gone. Mark Henry confirms his departure from AEW. He's out of there. Jake Hager is gone.
Yeah.
His contract expired. He's gone. And Arn Anderson is gone too.
Where do you think they're going to go? If
Well-
they're going to go anywhere.
Well, I think Mark Henry would be. I heard Mark Henry's got other things he's doing anyway.
I think he was on the Undertaker's
Yep.
podcast,
He's got a lot of things
and he
going.
says that he'd rather do like comedy and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
He'd rather do other shit, which I don't blame him. Good for Mark. Good for Mark Henry who wants to do other things. But then you got Jake Hager. Who cares a fuck about him? Because I don't. I don't know why the fuck you bring him in. WWE didn't do nothing with him just like AEW didn't. And he'll just take up a roster spot. And to be honest, I don't think Hager's that good anyway.
I agree. Fuck Hager. Fuck Hager. Fuck him
Well,
and
you
his goddamn purple hat.
know that Tony Khan, he wants to have more. He gets more wrestlers than that chart can hold.
But here's the
I mean, he's already got more fucking wrestlers than to me that Daddy can pay for. Okay.
Now, here I think someone will definitely get signed, and that's Arn Anderson as an agent. He could go back to WWE, or he could fucking work with TNA, or work in NXT. You know, that's one guy I think probably will get signed as an agent.
You see, that's the thing right there. You see,
Glock
He-
Anderson.
Yeah, that's right. I'd sign him.
he's letting Arn Anderson,
Well, that's
That-
the guy they don't want to listen to. So why the fuck should Double A
that
stay there?
knows how to make money, that knows how to that really knows how to book a match. But you see, these guys don't want to listen to no veteran that's really that has made money in the past.
There you go.
We're gonna talk about that one too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too here in a minute.
As soon as we get done with this. And what was the other one?
Oh, Arn Anderson.
Yeah, okay, and Arn Anderson.
Mark Henry, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about this new one that just popped up.
Oh, you want to go ahead and get that one out of the way?
Well, that one isn't okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this one.
Yeah, go ahead and get that one out of the way.
Another person pops
Yeah,
Left the AEW.
has left AEW.
really.
Yeah, his contract expired, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, whatever it was, and he has shown up at TNA with his nothing happening brother, Jeff Hardy.
Oh my God.
So the Hardy boys.
Hopefully they don't get 2012 Hardy or 2011 or 2009 Hardy.
Key Hardy.
Yeah.
So we know Matt got his walking papers maybe about a month ago or whatever
he's
it was.
in TNA now.
And he's in TNA, and of course, in typical Hardy fashion, here comes Jeff.
Yep.
Because that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it does. It
Yeah,
does. It's
that's
just the way it
does
is.
go.
One leaves, the other one follows. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Because here's the thing. Neither one of them are any good without the other one. Of course, neither one of them are good anyway, in my opinion. So there you go.
So of course, Jeff just showed up at what is it? Against All Odds.
Yeah.
Against All Odds, he showed up to help Matt for this pay-per-view. TNA Championship. It was Moose versus Matt Hardy. Of course, he let the Hardy Boys go, and
There you go, another one gone.
that's fine. I mean, personally, I don't give a damn about
Yeah.
the Hardys anyway.
Yeah, they're old news.
But that's another
just,
person that he let expire just leave.
Yeah, I don't care anything about freaking frack.
So
So,
let's go into more news here.
yeah, but one Hardy leaves, the other one follows,
Yeah.
and
So Jeff's going to steal money from TNA too, like he's done in previous years.
yeah, well, I mean, I will say
Better
this,
not be drugged up. That's all I gotta say.
and I'll be honest with you, I do agree with Pops. The only way that the Hardys are going to get over is when they're together anyway.
That's about it,
Because when they're separated,
They're
they're the shits. I'm sorry,
it.
they are. And even as tag team, I still don't care that much about them. So.
To me, I don't even call the Hardy Boys. I call them freaking frack.
Well, what's the other frickin' freck we
Well,
got to talk about?
Tony Khan's reportedly disappointed with the media right deal offered by Warner Brothers Discovery for AEW.
Okay. This comes about, and by the way, I mean, people have been reporting on this, for a while now. AEW is being shopped around for media rights, and because let's be honest, the person that got Tony Khan in the door for TNT and TBS is gone
Yes.
from
That
Warner
position.
is gone from that position. I mean, for crying out loud, he didn't even know that WCW was on their network before.
Yeah.
And Tommy, once again, I don't know that too much about sports, but I know you do.
Yeah.
What's this stuff going around that, was it the NBA or the NFL that they weren't allowed to have anything on their station?
NBA, I think.
NBA? Warner Brothers and Discovery they can't have NBA on their thing because they didn't pay enough money for it. And these idiot marks out here are literally saying that, oh, well, since they can't get the NBA, they're going to pay Tony Khan this money to stay on the network. No,
No, they're not.
no.
No.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you how television works, you idiots. You produce ratings,
You'll get the pay.
you get big money. You don't produce big ratings,
You're not getting no money.
you don't get no money.
Oh, but Joey, you keep forgetting. Tony Khan and the Marks say,
Idiots don't
and the Marks say
understand.
ratings doesn't matter. Tony Khan said that, and the Marks are saying it too. Ratings don't mean anything. You see how pathetic these fuckers are?
Apparently, you don't know how a business works or television. You don't produce the ratings, you don't get the money.
Yeah, and guess what?
Exactly. That's the way it is.
He's not producing shit.
And they're not producing shit. Their ratings
Please.
are getting lowered and lowered and lowered every week.
Say, I'm going to say this right here, right, real slow, and I want you Marks to get close, okay, to listen to what I'm about to say. If you have a company and you pay more out than what you're bringing in,
It's not a business.
it's you don't have a business. You're giving money away.
What it is that's called a passion project.
Yeah.
And what AEW is a passion project.
That's about it.
It's not a business.
Nope.
And passion projects are only around until the money dries up.
And when the money is gone, the business is gone.
Starting to realize we're losing money here.
This ain't no business. What the fuck are we doing? This ain't no business.
We're
We're not-
losing money.
We're not really making any money off this deal. So, Tony Khan, I heard that you are a little disappointed in the media rights that you got there. Well, listen
That's
here,
your fault.
that's your own fault. Because you think you can write television and you can't. You think you can book and you can't. This is what marks that try to run businesses are. Oh, I'm going to make all these dream matches. Once you have the dream matches and that's it,
They don't produce shit.
they don't produce a fucking thing. And that proves it right there.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they don't have marks in the rest of the business. Right there. You are exhibit A of the reason why marks can't get in wrestling to book.
Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You think maybe the people that are cage match that you guys used to jerk off in the basements,
They don't tell the they can't tell the difference.
they can't tell the difference, but everybody else can.
People that actually
See, you
been in the business or actually know a lot of professional wrestling. can tell the
see
difference.
that people has been around wrestling or knows wrestling all their lives, knows what's going on here.
So listen, you can shop around AEW if you want to, but I'll tell you this:
I heard Tubi's looking for people.
Tubi's always looking for somebody.
Pluto,
So if they give you any kind of money,
you shouldn't even deserve that.
I suggest you take it.
It don't matter if you get mad or not. Oh, this ain't enough.
I don't give a damn if you're disappointed or not.
They
fucking-
could have gave you any goddamn thing.
Yeah, they could have gave you fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Uh,
And this
so that's
guy.
what it is.
I don't think you need it. I don't think you deserve it.
So let me say this. Let me ask you this. This guy that opened the door for Tony Khan to bring
He's
it
no
in.
there.
He's no longer in that
He's
position.
no longer
at all.
there.
No.
Well, guess what? Whoever now is in control is telling you what to do.
Let's get into the next thing here. And this is, I don't really listen to Chris Van Vliet's show. I think the guy's a suck-up piece of shit, honestly. But but Chris Van Vliet had Mark Henry on his show.
Well, see, I don't give a fuck about Chris Van Vliet. I listen to the Stars.
I
You know?
don't even watch his channel. I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
Well, see,
Because the guy,
I tune
literally,
him out.
literally, the guy has.
He reminds me of Conrad, just less fatty.
Oh, I think he looks like a professional Conrad.
Yeah, he does. He acts. I'm gonna say this right now about Chris Van Vliet. I'm gonna give him a little bit of props. He does better at fucking journalism than what Conrad does. I'll give him that.
I'm just gonna read off the dirty sheets, as they say.
I'll give him props on that. At least he know. I'll give Chris Van Vliet a little bit of props. At least he knows what he's talking about, and not read off fucking dirt sheets.
Read off the dirty sheets.
I'll give him props on that end. But the rest of the time, he's kind of bland.
Mark Henry said this. Now, Mark Henry is the reason that Jade Cargill got into wrestling, if people don't know this.
Same thing with Bianca.
And same thing with Bianca. And
a lot of other talent.
And a lot of other people, too, is Mark Henry actually taught them about, hey, you might
take a look at this person.
Yeah, you might want to take a look at this person. Maybe you might be able to go with it. And Mark Henry said that he told Jade Cargill, why don't you go see Rip Rogers? Now, if you guys don't know who Rip Rogers is, and we've actually had a few of his students on this show, on the WR podcast. We had AJ, we had Jess, and we had SK on here, and they were all trained
by Rip Rogers.
Rip Rogers is a very famous professional wrestler during his territory days. Wrestled
a tough guy.
Was a tag team partner with the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yep.
Most people do not know that.
In ICW.
In ICW. Now, it says, because Rip Rogers can put you to the test. The mentality of wrestling is you have to eat shit and like it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take you got to take verbal abuse, browbeating, and persevere. When it comes to tough, you gotta be like, hell with that, give me some more. That's wrestling mentality. I didn't think she had it in her. Rip called me and said, Mark, I don't know where you got this one, but I bent over her back and hit her as you could hit a human. And she said, is that all you got, old man? And I knew she had it then. Apparently she was training with Rip Rogers. And
Rip gave her everything he could have.
And Rip gave her everything that he had in her.
And she wanted more.
And she took it.
I'm going to say this about Jade Cargill. That's a tough bitch. Because let me tell you, that's the way actually you should be brought up and trained, to be honest with you.
But here
I'm sorry, that's the way, exactly the way Mark Henry described it is the way you should be properly trained.
That's right. That's exactly, Tommy, what I was going to say. You see, Mark Henry knows, you see, and you see, you take to somebody that can properly train you, you're going to be better at what you do.
And Mark Henry was actually trained by Rip Rogers as well.
Yes, he was.
Because he got sent.
He was in OVW.
He was in OVW.
Yep.
He actually got sent to OVW because weight issues, and they were wanting him to get little more polished, and Rip got him in there, got him into shape, and he returned back to WWE.
Yep.
So.
And Mark Henry thanked Rip for that.
Absolutely. So I mean.
Mark Henry didn't complain.
Yeah.
Hey, he didn't complain like Big Show at first. I can understand. Hey, former WWF champion, I can understand, but come on, Paul, you deserve to be there. You had a weight problem and you had an attitude problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you were sitting down there.
That's why you sent to Louisville.
Well, it's true. That's why Jim Ross sent Paul White, Big Show down there. because he had an attitude problem and he had a weight problem.
And to this day, that's the reason why Big Show's in pretty much tremendous shape now.
And here's the thing, and Big Show
minus the knees.
And then now Big Show Paul White actually was glad to be in because guess what? All the people in the Ruthless Aggression era, he already worked with.
Cena.
Yeah.
Cena,
Batista.
Lesnar.
Batista.
Yep, Batista. He already worked with these guys, so he already knows how they work.
Mm-hmm.
So he was way ahead.
You see, that's
So he actually was.
That's what we try to say to these people that don't know. You see, we knew these guys before they became the stars of WWE.
So he got to already work with these guys beforehand.
So what else we got?
All right, we got on the docket here. We got Let's talk about a guy that's going to be an upcoming star, in my opinion.
Huge star, in my opinion.
Yep, I want to talk about Braun Breaker.
Braun fucking Breaker.
I want to talk about the badass, the tough motherfucker. I want to talk about. Me and you saw him in NXT. We knew he was going to be a star.
Absolutely.
You could see it in it. You could see it. He has the look. He has everything that that an upcoming star or a top guy has.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. He's way ahead of his brother, his son, his dad, and his uncle.
His dad is uncle, yeah.
He's way advanced than Rick and Scott were.
Braun is on a league of his own.
Oh my God! What?
And
he's a beast.
The motherfucker could hit the ropes like a motherfucker.
Spear like a motherfucker.
This guy, he's one of the main reasons why I would watch WWE.
Yes, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
I'll be honest, he's the main reason why I'm watching now. I just watch just to see what Braun Breaker's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Raw's not been setting the world on fire, but I've been watching what I've been wanting to see.
And see, this is the thing, and this thing that I want to set, like people, they always compare WWE and AEW.
Yeah. This guy's a young guy.
When it comes to WWE, I at least know most of these guys are properly trained.
Yep.
Now, I will say this. It's a little boring to watch.
I ain't gonna lie. But the stuff I do that I enjoy.
And at least I'm not going to see unprofessional bullshit like you see on the other channel.
Yeah. And here's the thing. And people's like, well, every show in AEW is not like that. Well, here's the thing. I can't endure the owner. How you like that?
And the owner sucks cock.
Yeah, he's cocksucker. Cocksucker. Yeah, he's cocksucker.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
Braun Breaker.
I'm sorry. I can't. I
go ahead.
can't stand their fan base. I just can't do it.
That's another problem.
It's you know, if you a little criticism, you know, anybody can throw a little criticism.
I got one.
But if you throw a little criticism and at the fan base that Tony Khan has, and I'm not going to say the wrestler, I'm going to say Tony Khan.
There's one thing I want to say.
If you do that right there, oh, they're mad at you. Oh my God! How dare you say something like that? Oh my God! It's a fucking cult. It has to be.
No. Tell me what
All right.
you say.
Before we get on Braun Breaker, here's something I want to say about, and it regards to like almost like a Braun Breaker. If you say anything positive, but you like about WWE, guess what the fucking AEW fanboys will say? You're a WWE mark.
You're a WWE mark.
Yeah. If you say anything praising WWE, if you like Braun Breaker or you like what he's doing, what happens? Oh, you're an AEW mark. You're a WWE mark, huh? I like a guy that actually looks like a wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Pops, you seen Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
Does he look like a legit fucking wrestler?
He looks like he looks like a real tough motherfucker.
This guy, he's ripped to fucking shreds. He looks like a fucking star.
The intensity.
The fucking intensity.
Yeah.
Like Triple H said on Tough Enough, you need to have that.
You need to have that intensity.
He has, I'm sorry, he comes to the ring like a badass. Look what he done last week on Raw. Him and Dragunov had a great fucking match. Them two just literally beat the shit out of each other.
I'm not, I'm not a mark for no fucking company. Here's my thing. WWE, if I watch it and I see something I don't like, I say, well, that was fucking shitty. Or look at that fucking botch.
WWE I don't like.
Like I said,
But you see, AEW fans, if you want to call them that, they go to the extreme bullshit, and it's sickening to me. That's what it is. It's almost like a cult.
But
like a 45 cult.
Forbidden Door as well.
Yeah, but about Braun Breaker, this guy, my God, I enjoyed him in NXT.
I'm gonna do a little real dog. I smell money.
I do. Like, I consider he's going to be a fucking top guy.
Did you see him do that? No hands, Frankenstein.
Yes.
On the Ricochet.
Yes.
It was.
And we'll get into Ricochet here in a minute.
It was fantastic.
Look, he goes in. He has a great fucking match with Ilya Dragunov, who's another great talent in my opinion.
Absolutely.
A lot of people say, well, what's so great about Dragunov? Because he beats the shit out of him, okay? He's stiff.
He's stiff, and he doesn't mind if somebody else is stiff.
Yes, you can tell he likes the shit.
He'll take it.
And that's why I like Dragunov.
Do you see it,
him and Gunther had badass matches.
With him and Gunther,
they were like, bring that shit.
Fucking Gunther would chop the dog.
Here's the problem.
He didn't give a fuck. And I like Gunther's the same goddamn
Here is the problem here with the AEW. See, they're not happy unless they see somebody cut their fucking scrotum off. You see, they don't like wrestlers that goes in there. Both of them talented as hell. Both of them knows how to work. They don't understand matches like that.
Right.
They don't know the first thing about the fucking shit.
And he has that great fucking match with Dragunov. They beat the shit out of each other. Then he's about to beat up Dragunov. Ricochet comes in, takes him out for a little bit. And Ricochet's helping Dragunov. What does Braun Breaker do? He sees Ricochet in the parking lot, beats him down, grabs Ricochet, throws him through the fucking the production truck. Ricochet, he does the Rey Mysterio thing, fucking like Kevin Nash did to Rey, but he did it on the production truck. Looked great. Yeah. And then Braun Breaker goes, I ain't done with this boy yet. He goes up on the production truck steps, power slams him through the fucking windshield of a fucking minivan or some fucking van. Ricochet's carried out. That's the perfect way to go. It gets Braun Breaker as a fucking star, as a monster. And another thing that made me they made it look real. Fucking Samantha Irvin comes out there, goes with Ricochet, and made it look fucking real. And it could make Braun Breaker as a fucking monster, and that's the way it should be.
And see, he's going to be the major focus.
Is it Ricochet? Did I hear Ricochet went to AEW?
Oh, we're going to get to that here in a little bit.
We're going to get into a second, but Braun Breaker is going to be a major focus heading into WWE.
Well, you see, here's something that AEW fans don't understand. See, to make a guy a beast, you make him a beast. You work with the guy. You show whatever he does to you. It's amazing.
And it's true.
But they don't understand how they don't understand how wrestling works. They really don't.
It's been reported. As per sources, Braun Breaker is set to be a major focus for WWE heading into the Netflix era. I would do it too. The guy's a fucking monster.
Once again,
he's got the fucking
wrestling is a young man's game.
Yes.
And right now, Braun Breaker is at that fucking level. He's in his, I think, late 20s.
Yes.
And you're not going to get any better than that at this particular time.
He's a fucking great talent. And I enjoyed him in NXT.
Yeah.
When he showed up, I actually liked him when I seen him in NXT. He's fucking great. And he's going to be a fucking star. He's 26 years old.
He's 26.
He's a young buck. And I'm not.
And
I'm not
a real one.
I'm talking about a real young buck. Okay, this is a fucking young guy. This ain't fucking a balding motherfucker that works that's trying to be an EVP. We ain't talking about them bucks. Them are old bucks. Okay, we're talking. This guy's a young guy.
See, this is something that,
Wrestling is a young man's
AEW
business.
fans do not know. Wrestling is a young man's game now.
But let's talk about another
It's
guy.
a young
that
man's
thinks he's
game.
great. Let's talk about another guy who thinks he's great. Let's talk about Will Ostrich.
Okay.
Will Ospreay set to take a sabbatical from AEW after a hectic schedule. So bingo! Triple H is right on the money.
Do you guys remember when Will Ospreay did that interview
Yeah.
with Renee Moxley Good?
And says, "Oh, I can't handle the bumping grind. You bump it on the boss's data.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
With his horrible
With
teeth.
his fucking horrible fucking horse teeth. Fuck you."
He said because Triple H said that the people that don't want to sign with the WWE
Or the people that can't handle the grind.
are the people that can't handle the
And he's
grind.
right on the money.
Will
Bingo.
Ospreay is taking a break due to his hectic
Just
scheduling.
Incredible has something to say about this.
Just incredible.
He goes, "Wow, I once did 30 shows in 30 days in Germany alone for the WWE. You wrestle literally a couple of times a month? Get over yourself." I agree with Just Incredible.
Good old Just Incredible.
He's right. He's fucking right.
This motherfucker barely wrestles a week,
And he wrestles in empty buildings, so he ain't over.
right? The motherfucker maybe show up maybe once or twice, like a month,
And he can't handle it.
and he can't handle it.
Give me a fucking break. That means you're not ready for the wrestling business, boy.
And by the way, I understand that your family's in fucking England or wherever you're fucking from. Wales. I don't fucking know where you're from, but you're in a different fucking country. Mainly because I think you suck. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
I don't
do.
care. But you're from a different fucking country, and yes, it is bullshit. You gotta travel that much. Well, guess what, motherfucker?
It ain't ballet.
You're in a goddamn American promotion. You're gonna be in the fucking States. You might as well either move here or try to get some kind of fucking shit here instead of going back to fucking wherever you're from.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
Bruv.
here's the thing. You got a break that other wrestlers would love to have had,
And
you fucking crying about it.
yeah, he's crybaby.
You're a bitch, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
what you are. Fuck you. Let's go into Tony Khan. He's got something he wants to say.
Oh, Tony Yayo.
Don't stop it, yayo, yayo. I got a tweet.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I book wrestling for the Sickos, yeah, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about. All right, Ray Zelinsky, the Auto Parts King.
Don't make me play it. I'll play it. I don't give a
I don't give a fuck. Play it.
All right.
Fucking play it. I don't care.
Tommy, go ahead and talk a little bit.
All right, let's
While I
talk.
bring it up.
Tony Khan says he books for the wrestling Sickos, right? Because that's what I am, and that's who I care about. Well, that's the only people that watch your fucking show is Sickos. To be honest there, Tony, let's be honest, that's all you book for is the fucking people that are fucking stupid. Yeah, let's play that fucking commercial. Yeah.
I'm going to play the commercial.
Go ahead, because this is what it reminds me of.
Now, I'm going to wait till we at least get to the thing
Yeah,
first.
get to the thing here.
Okay, guys, do you remember on Tommy Boy? Because Tony Khan said this. He goes, I book wrestling for the Sickos because that's what I am and that's who I care about. That's what
And I'm
Tony
going to
Khan
get back
said.
in this tweet when we do this.
Let's go ahead and play real quick what Ray Zelinsky said, the Auto Parts King,
That's right.
on Tommy Boy.
Bingo! He reminds me of Ray Zelinsky, the Auto Parts King on fucking Tommy Boy. And he's got the same fucking hair. And fucking, here's the thing. That shows what Tony Khan just proved to me, that he just books for the people he loves. You book for one fucking niche. That's what the point we've been saying for the past 5 fucking years.
This is all you care about.
This is all you do, Ray. You fucking book for the small niche of people. And that's why your ratings are in the crapper, pal. Because you only book for the cage match people,
The sickos,
the Meltzer lovers. You book for those type people. And that's why your ratings are in the shit.
People that run AEW, listen, I'm just going to give you some advice, some real advice.
Take it. Keep him off Twitter.
Keep Tony Khan off of Twitter. Literally, this guy makes no points whatsoever to fucking validate anything. He makes him look stupider than he already fucking is. Pops, would you say that you book for the Sickos because that's what you are and that's who you care about?
No, that right there, to me, that right there would that would ruin. If I was a booker, some motherfucker, that I would say that right there and shit like that. I figured, well, motherfucker, you just ruined my company.
No, but the point is, he only caters to a small niche. He's not catering to any other people.
This is what we've been saying for the past 5 years.
And he already confirmed it to you, Marks.
He just confirmed it right there. He books for the smart fans that jerk off in their basements to their fucking television.
And eat Michelina's pizza rolls. And
have nothing
going
on.
Girl to sit on their
job. They barely shower like Wrestling Otaku.
And never seen a woman.
And they never going to see a woman and never have been. You know, you can be like Wrestling Otaku and pray to the gods that Chris Statlander sits on your face like he does.
Maybe Mae West could sit on your face.
Listen.
Pathetic.
When you're a booker, you book for the majority of, like Pops, when you're doing anything, you got to think about the majority.
Yeah.
Think of 1%.
You can't think, okay, Pops, you break it up. Like there's 100% here.
Yeah.
There's your most people that are going to be there, about 75%. You're going to have about 20% of the people that are kind of casualing, and then you got that 5%
of the dwellers.
And that's the 5% is the ones he's booking for.
He don't care about
and
the 25 or the 70.
And the one that he's fucking caring about. And that's not how you run a business. That's how you run a passion
That's how you
project.
run a fucking business and spend money in the ground. Because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing with his little company and his little toys. Is he's running it into the ground.
Tony Khan, stay off of Twitter.
Just shut the fuck up, really.
The only thing you're doing is proving to your base.
I'm serious. I'm
to your base what we've already said about you.
I'm dead fucking serious. I'm tired of hearing you run your mouth, to be honest with you, because you make no sense and you talk out your ass. But go ahead. Let's talk about a guy who actually worked there, shall we?
Pops, Frankie Kazarian.
Yes.
All right. He actually worked for AEW in the early years in 2019. He eventually parted ways in around 2022. So he was there for about He was there for the first 3 years of AEW's existence. Okay. Now he was on the Busted Open Radio, which is the one I think Bubba Ray,
Bully Ray
does.
Tommy Dreamer, I think.
Tommy Dreamer and them. I
like Bully.
he said former AEW star Frankie Kazarian recently shared his experience working for the company between 2019 and 2020, in which he expressed frustration with the company's lack of leadership and proper creative direction, describing it as inmates running the asylum.
Well, that's right.
And that's
Tony
a
Khan
Kazarian.
Tony Khan don't even run his own business. He's afraid of his own wrestlers.
And that's from Kazarian, who actually should know because he worked there. And I agree, and I agree with Kazarian. I bet you that's the way it was. I knew that's the way it was.
Absolutely.
I knew it. I knew that's the way it fucking was with that company.
Well, that's like I said. That's the way this company has been. Tony Khan doesn't run the company; his wrestlers do.
I got a question, Pops. Do you think Kazarian's right on that?
I sure do.
Yeah, do you?
Listen, we've been saying this for the past 5 years. This is no new news.
No.
What was said right there is
Proves the point.
Is proving the point. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and a lot of these top stars that are in AEW, they're the ones running this because Tony Khan's a bitch and can't get things under control. And he's taking advice from these idiots that don't know how to run anything either.
All they care about is their spot.
And all they care about is what are they going to do? How are they going to get over on television? How much money are they going to make?
That reminds me of
WCW?
Yeah.
WCW?
They already stole the goddamn fucking thing, so you might as well say WCW.
Yeah.
What they got there is another WCW.
Now, Tommy, Tony Khan said something about WCW.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He said something about WCW. We'll get to that.
Because Tony Khan's a fucking moron, like he always is. Pops, you even remember when he said that, well, okay, I'll read this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
He said, because Tony Khan is a Dave Meltzer dick sucker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course he is.
And we'll put it right here if you guys don't know.
Of course, you have to share what Dave wrote.
That's what Dave wrote about stupid shit about AEW. And of course, there's Tony Khan licking his fucking balls. Anyway.
Of course.
Dave was talking about how the ratings are supplied by WWE and how people are upset that stuff may be incorrect and all this shit, right? And Tony Khan says these are some predatory business practices that Jim Crockett Promotions plus many other former wrestling territories faced in the 80s. I'm grateful to all of you wrestling fans who watch AEW, and AEW is here to stay. Don't forget to watch it.
Don't forget to watch our Blase show.
Yeah, don't forget to watch our Blase show.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's the difference. Jim Crockett Promotions and all these wrestling territories actually drew money.
In the 80s, yes.
Yeah, so.
Pops, you remember watching a lot of wrestling in the 80s?
Yes, I did.
This is the thing about local wrestling in the 80s, Pops. Every pretty much state or two had their own promotion.
That's it.
And it wasn't just WWF.
Nope.
Or WCW. There was a lot of other promotions out there.
There was a lot of promotions out there.
There was always a group of states, rather it be a couple or 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And they were in a territory, and they all had wrestling.
That's right.
And Pops, in the 80s, wrestling thrived big time on television.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Because back then, well, let's just be honest, there wasn't a lot of television shows to watch.
That's it.
And wrestling was one of those things that, like, it came on every week. These guys could be somewhat stars on television.
Yeah.
And television was big.
And the biggest part of them were stars. To a wrestling fan, they were stars.
Do you see these predatory behaviors in wrestling today that
No.
Tony Khan is talking about?
No,
No.
I don't either.
No.
You?
No.
I
way.
hate this. I
No way.
swear to God, I hate this motherfucker.
Idiot. Like he is. He's a fucking moron.
He's a fucking moron. Just like what he said about fucking Ted Turner, saying that, if Ted Turner knew what I knew about wrestling, WCW would still be in business.
Pal. WCW done something you haven't even done. They beat WWE 83.
You are doing the same thing WCW did, motherfucker. You're paying your wrestlers too much money for not doing nothing.
Actually, you're doing worse than what they are.
Why? And by the way, why attack Ted Turner?
That motherfucker hasn't been.
Ted Turner even said, I don't know anything about wrestling and I'm not going. And guess what?
He didn't book.
Ted Turner wasn't a booker, you fucking moron.
He gave it to Bischoff.
He gave it to somebody that.
Here's what Ted Turner did. Tony Connie.
Tony.
I'm going to call him Tony Connie. Connie to me.
Okay.
Here's what Ted Turner did because he didn't know anything about it.
He people that knew what they were doing.
Ted Turner did what you should be doing.
He knew he didn't know anything about it. So he got somebody that did know something about it.
Ted Turner did what you are refusing to do, you Q-tip fuck, is get somebody in there actually that knows how to do wrestling and how to book wrestling instead of thinking your fucking basement dwelling ass can book wrestling because you can't.
The ratings show it.
I swear to God, you are the worst wrestling fan and booker I've ever seen in my fucking life. I swear to God.
I thought Jim Herd was bad.
Yes,
You're worse than Jim Herd right now.
I thought some of these people that they hired for WCW are dog shit. You are the worst I've ever seen. I swear to God that you are the worst that I've ever seen. What you should be doing is what Ted Turner did. And hey, I will fund the money for this as long as somebody is here to run this.
That's
what you should be doing.
Here's the point, Tony Connie. You see, Ted Turner had the money. He had the money, but he didn't have the knowledge to run it. So what he did was he said, look, I will put my backing if you run the company.
Not think I know everything about wrestling, so I'm not going to make mistakes. That's when you make mistakes.
And you made a lot of them.
When you think you know something and you clearly don't, it shows.
Here's the problem.
And that's what the ratings show.
Here's the problem right here. You see, we're talking about a rich dude that's probably never been laid in his life. Evidently his father and mother never hugged him. Because he's the biggest hugger I fucking know. Okay. But anyway, let's just say this right here. His fondest dreams in his life was Daddy, buy me a wrestling company, Daddy, buy me a wrestling company.
I know we paid long hair
for my wrestling toys, Daddy. And that's exactly what his daddy did. And that's why he's where he's at right now.
Don't forget the checkered shirt he got for rallies.
The checkered shirt for rallies.
Let's talk about Ricochet now, and then we'll get rest of the other AEW garbage out of the way. Yeah. Let's talk about Ricochet. Ricochet has given notice that he intends to leave WWE when his contract expires this summer. Well, here's the thing. I got something to say here. And this is on Ricochet. Great talent in the ring.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Bad at charisma and bad at promos.
Yeah.
And there's something else. If he's leaving, I can understand him putting Braun Breaker on over on the way out. But if he was really leaving, now this is I'm just doing a theory. If he's really leaving, would he have had Samantha Irvin in that fucking skit with him?
I don't know.
Got a point there.
Well,
because people say, "Oh, he's going to AEW." You don't know it. No one knows anything. He could have signed with WWE in the 11th hour.
Could have, yeah.
You don't know.
His contract is not up yet. People fail to realize his contract is not up yet.
But they could have fucking re-signed already and don't even know it.
Well, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a shit about Ricochet.
I don't either. He's good talent.
As far as talent, yeah, he's okay. In the ring, I have nothing to complain about, but everything else,
Promo and charisma.
I don't really think he has too much charisma, to be honest with you.
And not good at
And
promos.
I think he's fucking dog shit at promos.
And see, here's the thing.
So when it comes down to it, I don't give a damn if he resigns or goes to AEW.
Well, here's my thing. If he does go,
did you see the marks?
Oh yeah,
saying
go to AEW.
Go to AEW.
But that's the point I want to get to. You got people saying, "Come on and over to AEW. Come on over to AEW." If he goes to AEW, he's going to be in the same predicament that he is in WWE, doing nothing. At least he's getting used in WWE. He might get used for 2 months in AEW. Oh, but we could get Will Ospreay and Ricochet and Jack off. Well, big fucking deal. What's next? And to be honest, dream matches don't get you that far. We already proved that.
Yeah, I know. People were talking about what was it, Ricochet and Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah,
of course.
But here's the thing: that only gets you so far. You seen it, and then what's next?
Yeah.
He's just going to sit there and do nothing. He'll be on Collision or fucking Rampage on the Blase shows and do nothing. Yeah, the money's good. Granted, it's fucking Hardy's, but you know. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, good biscuits and gravy though.
That's about it. AEW don't have anything good.
Okay. I got something to say right here. If Ricochet does go to AEW, where's Ricochet from? Where's his hometown?
They say
what city?
They say he's from Paducah, Kentucky. I don't fucking know.
Well, you know what Tony Khan will do, does he? Well, he's coming here, so I will have to go to his hometown to get a big pop.
But let's talk about another thing of Ricochet here.
They can't draw in Kentucky. We already know that.
Oh yeah, they can't draw in Kentucky. Yeah, we already know that.
We'll go ahead and get this out of the way.
You see, here's the thing. You know how come you can't draw in Kentucky? Because everybody in Kentucky knows how wrestling goes.
Let's go ahead and talk about another thing. Tony Khan on Ricochet as a talent. If it's okay, I'd rather not get into wrestlers that still work for someone else.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course not. Of course he ain't got nothing to say. He's a bitch. Of course fucking Sideshow Bob ain't got nothing to say. You never have anything to say, you fucking Q-tip, fucking flea collar bitch. You have nothing to say.
Yeah, because somebody asked him about Ricochet.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Well, you dodge questions like the rest of them. Huh? You doing all the goddamn time. You doing all the goddamn time, Bob? Fuck you. I fucking hate him. I really do. I've never hated a wrestling guy all my life until I met this idiot. Until this idiot came out of the rock. The Great Frank! God has to take a poo-poo! God has to take a poo-poo!
Anyway.
I gotta take a poo-poo after AEW every time. Alright, let's talk more about AEW.
Oh.
Let's play that real quick. Let's play that real quick. For good old time's sake. I gotta hear it one more time. I gotta hear it one more fucking time. It was the best thing ever AEW's ever done.
All right, Tommy, why don't you tell me who the Greek Frank is?
Oh, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
Right? Let's play it for good old time's sake.
Guys, if you guys aren't going...
See, there it is, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. If you go on YouTube and you type in Tony Greek Frank, go down to the video...
Greek Freak.
Yeah, Greek Freak, excuse me. Go down to the one that says Tony Khan Greek Freak. God has to take a poo-poo. And Tommy, you said his name is Aka something.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There we go. But that's not what Tony Khan says. Let's hear what Tony Khan said.
God has to take a poo-poo.
God has to take a poo-poo. But yeah.
But let's go into more. Let's talk about something. This is what Tony Khan said about the Big Bang Theory.
And this was on
TV Insider.
TV Insider. All right.
I've become a big Big Bang Theory fan because of the lead-in. The show is tremendous. I hadn't seen the show before we moved AEW Dynamite to TBS.
If you guys don't know, AEW lead-in is
The Big Bang
the Big Bang
Which
Theory.
I like the Big Bang Theory.
It's a little too nerdy for me personally,
But
but
I think some of the episodes are good and some are not.
I think most nerds watch it for that penny because I think she's hot.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
But nonetheless,
Like I've seen the episodes. They're okay. Well, I was watching
where are
it with
you?
a woman on.
Where are you? Fucking what is that? Bobblehead, old man.
Yeah. Just like you know, and that you know that's some of the reasons why you know that you know they got they Tony Khan talks about it because he likes to look at it because he never had any.
Well, it's the lead-in to AEW, so it comes on before AEW. Now, this is the thing: is AEW has been starting off with like 900,000 people, roughly. Sometimes a little bit less, 800,000 people. When they come off the Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
That could get you some new viewers.
that can get you some new viewers, but this is the thing: is if you want to be technical about who's watching AEW, you need to go to the second,
Hour.
not second hour, but second segment
Yes.
of the show to get kind of your
Real rate.
real ratings, which that drops down to
Yes.
700 to 800,000 people. Well, no, sorry, 7 to 600,000. So it's 600 or 700,000 people. It's not the 9 or 8 that you start with. It drops around 100 to 150,000 people jump off that wagon, and they jump off that wagon fast. Because they go by quarter hours, so they go by every 15 minutes, right? That first 15 minutes, it drops tremendously. So the people that are watching Big Bang Theory ain't watching you, motherfucker.
No. They check it out. They see the first segment.
And they're like,
well, this is what they got to offer. Well, change the channel.
"Oh, this is wrestling these days." Okay,
Moving on.
moving on.
And that's what they do.
So yeah, Tony Khan, you go ahead and watch it.
You go watch the Big Bang Theory because no one watches AEW after the Big Bang Theory. That really proves that. So, but let's go into something that I thought was fitting.
Yes.
This fits to a T.
And this was on Dynamite, live on Dynamite.
Yeah, live on Dynamite. Nicholas Jackson.
The balding one.
The balding one. You know, Little McIntyre.
Yeah, Little McIntyre.
Don't he look like a little Drew McIntyre
Kinda, yeah.
with no build? Half the roster is gone because of us. You absolutely right, pal. That's the smartest thing this jackass ever said.
Yeah, because the fucking Elite were on the fucking stage and they were cutting a shitty promo like they always do.
Typical.
And they said that, well, Nicholas said that Nikki said that half the roster is gone because of us.
That's true.
That's true because
That's true, pal.
did you not listen to what Frankie Kazarian said when he said that the inmates run the asylum?
Yeah. Fuck it. That's what I say. Like, fuck it. I would leave. I would want to leave. I'll work indies. Like, I'll work fucking outlaw. I would do fucking indies before I ever sign with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will never work for these fucking schmucks. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. I have standards.
You have standards?
I'd rather do what Randy the Ram did. I'd rather go there, sit and sign 8x10s with old geezers over there sleeping before I fucking work in AEW and play the song. You see me? Yeah.
You fucking cheese lady.
That's right. That's your fucking cheese lady. Little more.
One last thing I want to talk about
Then I want to say one thing.
Well, we'll get to your one thing in a second.
Yeah.
The one that I want to talk about real quick is
Go ahead.
What NXT has been putting out recently is about what AEW couldn't capitalize on. NXT is.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about is we have Sean Spears,
Doing things.
doing things. We have Lexus King, who was Brian Pillman Jr.
Doing things.
doing his thing, and then we got
All ego Ethan Page.
Ethan Page, which I don't really care too much
I don't
about.
really either, but he's doing more than what he did in AEW.
And they had a battle royal to face Trick Williams. Do you know who won that?
No.
You don't know who won that?
No, I don't.
Neither do I. But apparently, I would think it would come down to those three because they could have promo with Cody. Backstage. And let's see.
I don't think the Battle Royal happened yet, did it?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Let me see here. I'm not seeing anything about Battle Royal right now.
No, I don't think it happened yet.
See, he
announces Battle Royal for next challenger. Yeah.
For the next challenge.
Yeah, that's coming up. I think that's next week.
Well, anyway, they got a they got a Battle Royal coming up, and they had all of them backstage in a thing. It says, leading him to deliver an awkward AEW shot about these men are in a good place.
Yeah, well, it's true.
And yeah, I'm not seeing anything about it.
I think it's next week.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
It's next week.
Must be next week. Sorry about that, guys. But at least, once again, these guys are younger. Now, Sean Spears is a little older than the other two. But Sean
can still go.
But Sean Spears is about the same age as Cody, roughly.
So he's in the same age as Cody.
And
a lot of people, and this young talent could actually learn from a Sean Spears.
Sean Spears, I thought, didn't really get all the recognition that he deserved. I didn't think he got worked that well.
Even when he was in WWE.
Even when he was in WWE.
As Ty Dillinger. Because he had that gimmick over.
And I think they're doing a lot better with him now, as well as Brian Pillman Jr. as Lexus King. I think, they're doing some great things with him as well.
I even think All Ego Ethan Page is doing better than what he did in AEW.
Exactly.
And I don't even like him.
I don't really like Ethan Page. I actually think he kind of sucks. But the thing is at least when they brought him in,
they made him a big deal.
What did AEW ever do for him?
Nothing. He was nothing.
Literally, he comes in, he attacks Trick Williams. He gets a shot against Trick Williams. Yes, he loses.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, they didn't. He lost."
But
he had more time.
He still had an impact there.
Yeah, and he's still getting used.
Where AEW didn't capitalize on anything
of these guys
at all. Well, Tommy, you said you got something to say. What did I say?
Yeah. I got something I want to talk about. Okay? Some people have been saying it's about our channel. So I'm going to say this.
Okay, that's fine.
Some people have been saying, hey, why are you guys talking about modern wrestling? If you don't like modern wrestling, don't talk about it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Is this C?
I ain't saying.
I know who it is.
If you don't like modern wrestling, why should you talk about it?
Listen, I'll talk about anything I damn well please.
Yep. Hold on. Here's the thing. Do you want us to lie to people on if there's some modern wrestling we don't like? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we say bad things about AEW. It's the fucking truth. It's some modern wrestling I'm gonna say sucks. Most of AEW sucks. WWE, there's some things that I enjoy.
Once again, I actually find WWE quite boring myself.
Yeah, I do too. Like, and I'm like, okay, I actually enjoy that thing with Brown Breaker. But but I'll watch what I want to see. And if it's shit I don't really care, I'll go to my phone and do something else. I'll say, oh, it's this type. Nah, I'll pass.
Pops, how do you feel about
You shouldn't be talking about modern wrestling, man.
we should be talking about stuff on our channel that we have nothing, we
Well,
shouldn't be talking
well,
about.
the difference is this right here. You see, uh, we don't wear blinders. We know what wrestling is. Uh, we've seen it all our lives, and shit like that. We know. But you see, these some people, you know, uh, even and they don't even believe Tony Khan when he says this and he says that. It's all over the news. He went on Twitter and said exactly what he is. And you want to know something? The people that what he said is the people that most usually watch that shit.
And here's the thing: whatever we talk about, we talk about it. It looks like it's working.
Mhm. Listen,
You know what? You know why people don't like what we got to say? Because we don't fucking suck ass. That's why.
we've been approached about maybe doing we have been approached about doing sponsorships with people before. We've always turned them down. Um, we don't really make a lot of money doing YouTube.
It's a hobby.
It's a glorified hobby for sure.
And we like it and we enjoy it.
And I enjoy doing it.
We love wrestling and we talk about professional wrestling, but how dare you say you all shouldn't talk about modern wrestling if you don't like modern wrestling?
When it comes to this channel, I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about. And guess what? We don't talk about modern wrestling all the time. Most of the modern wrestling is pretty much stayed to the fucking podcast most of the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do other videos. We're doing when we're doing gaming videos, it's gaming stuff. If it's a pay-per-view or whatever, we're watching that pay-per-view, we're reviewing it. Most of the time, we're not talking about modern wrestling.
Here's something too that I just have to say. I have to say this right here.
Go ahead.
These motherfuckers, these people, I don't know what they think or nothing like that right there. It just seemed like to me that one day, it's like they was in a sleep or they just got born, and they seen wrestling. What's that? Wrestling has been around since the dawning of time. The Romans wrestled back in that day. That's what they did for entertainment. That's what it is today. It's entertainment.
Do you guys not know that Abraham Lincoln was that Illinois' fucking state fucking champion?
Of course they don't. The only thing they understand is AEW.
As a wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Abe Lincoln was a wrestler.
Abe Lincoln was a wrestler.
We're talking about people here that probably don't even know who Dick the Bruiser is. Probably don't even know who Crusher is. But probably don't even know who Wilbur Snyder is. Moose Cholak. These are the wrestlers that I grew up watching. Late 60s, early 70s, and beyond. These are the guys that made wrestling what it is back then to what it's become today. They laid the format, and the rest of the people just follow suit.
So when you talk about us talking about what we want to talk, we'll talk about whatever we want to talk about, especially on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is ours.
When we bring guests on, we ask them questions. They tell us what they think, and they're free of judgment on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're not going to judge them for what they say.
If someone likes AEW, we ain't gonna say anything.
Hey,
that's your opinion.
Hey, if you like it, cool.
It's your business. You know that is your business. But what gets us is if we feel a little criticism toward it, you want to pick up your toys and go home.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's what we're talking about. We don't compare the fucking two. You people do.
So, shut your goddamn mouth. Eat some more cereal. Shove it down your fucking gullet. Go ahead and watch AEW. And shut the fuck up. That being said, Tommy, was that all that you wanted to talk about?
That's it.
That's it for me.
Let's go ahead and answer just a few questions. We got about 5.
Yeah, we'll answer a couple questions, and then we'll get out of here.
And then we're going to get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
let's get the fuck out of here. Let's answer the questions, and we're on the fucking road out of here.
And guys, if you guys want to ask us some questions, you guys can do that in the comments down below.
Comments down below, baby.
That's the best way to get your question
Yes.
on here, okay? So leave us a comment down below of a question you want to be answered, and we will answer
Yes,
it
we
in
will.
the next podcast, possibly the next podcast.
Yeah.
Depends on if we're doing Mount Rushmore or not sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes we switch back and forth.
Or if we have a guest.
Or we have a guest, yeah.
So
We switch it up.
we do switch it up quite a bit, guys. But we will answer your question at some point. This is from TN
Our
Couponer.
boy, T.A. Couponer.
The king of deals, the deal maker himself, TN Couponer. He said, last time AEW Dynamite hit 1 million viewers was on the February 22nd of 2023. And he says, will AEW ever hit that again? And he wanted to bring up this, that WCW final episode was viewed by 3 million people. There you go.
Yeah, WCW. That was the last episode of Nitro.
Mhm.
And will AEW ever hit that again? No. No, they won't.
I don't think so either.
They won't. Pop.
I'm not gonna say never, but it's very unlikely.
Tommy,
Yeah.
our boy Levant. Well, oh, by the way, I should say that I don't think they'll ever hit 1 million again. Guys, the closest that they came to 1 million is when they showed that Punk footage
Yes.
of him bitch slapping goddamn fucking
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry. That got over almost 900,000 people watched that.
Oh yeah, but isn't that right there the time that Tony Khan said he cared for his wife?
Yes.
But they used that right there to get the views. Oh, ready to go, Tony Khan.
Now,
You fucking fuck. You don't think we know what you do? Shit. You know why we know that you do shit to get the views, motherfucker.
Our good buddy Levante F. Smith
From the Bone Leaders Wrestling Podcast.
for the Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast.
Speaking of that, go check out the Bone Leaders Wrestling Podcast with Damo, Dan, don't forget the motherfucking YO, and our boy, Levante F. Smith.
Or how they've been saying recently, just F. Smith.
Yeah, just F. Levante, simply F. Smith.
F. Smith. Go watch the Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast. We will leave a link in the description box below. It goes directly to their channel. Hit that damn subscribe button and tell them Wrestle Rampage sent you. Tommy, it's not really a question, but I want you to do it anyway.
All right.
Levante F. Smith says here, 2 things that will never get old. Tommy singing the Tony the Barber song and the iPhone joke.
iPhone.
I might do it for old time's sake.
You want to give it to an old
Yeah, I'll
time?
give Tony the Barber and the old iPhone joke another whirl here.
The iPhone joke, give it to us, Jay.
Oh, you want the iPhone?
Yeah,
Oh, the
iPhone.
only reason you're not getting subs because you don't have an iPhone.
Is it iPhone?
You gotta have an iPhone. Fuck your iPhone, bitch. What the fuck happened to you? Huh?
What happened to you, a poo?
Yeah, I guess quick
Yeah.
didn't do.
Evidently, you must not be using an iPhone anymore.
Oh, by the way, when we called this piece of shit out about his video, he deleted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How fitting.
how fitting, bitch. Now give us Tony the Barber.
How's the Bollywood boys?
Have some Bollywood voice.
All right. Oh, now you want.
Tony the Barber.
There was a boy in Arkansas who would listen to his mom would go in, the teacher go to school. In the way in the afternoon, something, and a man about the Lonkin Berry.
There you go.
There you
There's,
go.
there's a little Tony the Barber
Oh,
for you
there's
guys.
another person I want to give a shout out to.
Go ahead, Tom.
Channel.
Feel free.
And you know that she follows us on Instagram and shows us love when she can. So that's ASAP Tokyo.
Absolutely.
Go check her out here on YouTube. She puts on great music, by the way.
Great music. I see a lot of her music on Instagram.
Yes.
We will leave a link in the description box below of her channel if you
Yeah.
guys want to check her channel out
Yeah.
as well. She would really appreciate it.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
want to show her some love. She's been doing really great things.
Hey, you know, we here's something about us, and I think it's very economical to the people that really, you know, believes in us. We believe in them. So
And another person I want to give some
that's
love.
just the way it is. That's the way we do things here at Wrestling Rampage.
Yeah.
We give love out, okay?
Also want to show some more love. Jamie B and Friends podcast. Give them a shout. Give her a shout. She's doing great too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to show people love to actually support. You know,
Make sure you remind me to put those
I'll
in the
be glad
description
to.
box below because
I'll be glad to.
I actually forget sometimes.
I'll do that for you. I'll remind you. I'll keep a note of it in my phone.
There we go.
Because here at Wrestling Rampage, we show love to everybody, and we want to be friends with everybody.
Absolutely. We got 2 questions from Radical Velocity.
Oh, radical.
Do you guys think that the Kane versus Imposter Kane storyline had any potential to work?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
No, I didn't.
I thought it was pretty.
I thought it was horrible.
I thought it was pretty shitty. Was that May 19th garbage?
Yep.
Yeah, the May 19th fucking shit
Yeah, it was horrible.
came out. You know, that's when the movie See No Evil came out. But
Yeah.
who came out? The Masked Kane.
Yeah.
Luke Gallows.
Yeah, here comes Luke Gallows. And I don't know, it just
It sucked to me.
yeah. You see the way Luke Gallows hit him
It was just a fucked up moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Pops, did you think it sucked too?
There was no way that much ever was gonna be anything except what it was. Shit.
I agree. It didn't go far either.
No, it
No, I
didn't.
didn't.
What is a feud that you always wanted to see happen but never got?
A few that you always wanted to see but never happened.
Yeah.
Hogan Austin.
Hogan Austin?
Yep,
Why is that?
because I wanted to see it at WrestleMania 18. It should have happened in 18.
Yeah.
Like the Rock and Hogan match was great. I'd rather have seen Austin versus Hogan.
Austin and Hogan. Hobbs, do you have a feud that you always wanted to see but never really happened?
I wouldn't really call it a feud, but it'd been nice to seen it. Of course, we never would. We never did, and for one reason, the guy died, and that right there is I would have liked to seen David Von Erich against Ric Flair.
All right. I'm going to go with a feud from FMW that every time that they ever was in the ring, they were always like teamed most of the time. And that's Mike Awesome and Hayabusa. They never really faced that much.
No, just a few times.
It was only a few times, and they never really had like a proper feud. I thought they could have made a lot more out of that, especially
It was kind of watered down.
it was very watered down when they faced each other, and I understand the whole dynamic of both of them are good guys. Because let's be honest here, most of the time when both of them were in FMW, they were faces.
Yeah, they were baby faces.
They were baby faces, and I actually thought it would fit more with Mike Austin being a heel
Yeah.
and
It
having Hayabusa
I agree.
as the baby face.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
it just never happened for some reason.
I think it would have been great if they would have made it in a way where Mike Austin, uh, was did something to Hayabusa, made him the heel there. That would have been so great, but they never did pursue what they should have really did.
As we hear the train coming through.
Go ahead in the comments, TNQ Park, type it choo choo train.
Oh, that's beer. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, you can find matches of them facing each other, but it was never a real proper feud. They just had matches against each other.
So watered down. Yeah.
TNQ Potter, could you imagine a face Hollywood Blondes versus the Outsiders? It would be nice.
It would be good, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good match. Yeah.
Now, of course, during this time is when Austin and Pillman went to the WWF.
Yes.
And Nash and Hall went to
WCW.
Went to WCW for sure.
But I would have loved to have seen it.
Absolutely, it would have been a really good match because I'm really a big fan of the Hollywood Blondes.
I did enjoy the Outsiders, Hall and Nash.
Hall and Nash as a tag team were pretty badass, and I always liked the Hollywood Blondes. I thought
they were so underrated.
Underrated completely because you had the kick-ass brawler of Austin,
and you had the high flyer in Pillman,
and you had the high flyer in Pillman, and then also Austin during that time. This is what a lot of the WWF fans didn't really get to see. Is by the time he came to WWF, his knees were shot.
Mm-hmm.
When he was wrestling as Stunning Steve Austin, he was a very great technical wrestler.
Yeah.
If you guys ever seen Steve Austin wrestle in WCW,
he was all over the ring. I mean, he could do moves back in that right there day. That when he got to when he got the WWE, you're right. His knees were already gone.
And then I think we got two more, and this is the last two.
All right.
And they're from Jason Peck. We're going to answer the last one first, and then we'll answer the second one. He says, "Do you think CM Punk is a new version of Roddy Piper when it comes to promos?"
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. I like Punk's promos, but it's no Roddy Piper.
He cut a good one.
He cuts good promos, this Punk, but he's no Roddy Piper.
Then also another thing that really puts him not in the Piper category is Punk's very modern when it comes to his promos, where Piper was pretty old school about his promos.
So
I don't.
Punk is more modern, which Roddy Piper, he was, back in that right there day, it was what it was. It was like that they really couldn't go out of base too much because back in that day, it was just what it was. It was just most people say, well, to me, and I will say this. Piper's era and Punk's era are two different eras in this world.
Absolutely, and I mean, I wouldn't turn down watching either one of them, but I will say this: Piper, when he was on, he was on.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody can really touch him when it comes to
promos. Nope.
But let's go with the last one, which is also asked by Jason Peck. He said, "Great video. I recently watched a top 20 lists of worst second-generation wrestlers, and Brian Christopher was on that list. I disagree. What do you all think?"
I disagree too. I don't think Brian Christopher should be on the word. He ain't no fucking David Flair. He ain't no fucking George Goulas.
I will say this though. If you want to talk about his run in the big WWF promotion, you can kind of see it, but I still thought he was better than most.
Mm-hmm. He was better than David Flair.
For sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
Well,
you
I'll
know,
be honest. No disrespect to some of the Von Erichs, he was better than Mike and Chris.
absolutely.
He was better than He was better than the fucking David Flair.
Tiger always said.
here we
That's
go.
how we sing. Like, come on, he was better than some of these guys.
You know, we've said this right here several times, and and people has really seen it. You know, even though you come from a wrestling family, and your grandpa, your dad or brother was so great in the ring, there's sometimes that members of the family that do go into business is just not as good as the ones that were in the business or that still is in the business.
Now, I will say this: was Brian Christopher ever going to be a Jerry Lawler? No.
No.
Um,
What do you think why he didn't want to be like Jerry Lawler? Because he knew he couldn't follow it.
you know that's
You
one
know,
thing.
it took.
What do you think why? Why do you think? Hang on, Pop. Why
Yeah,
do you
go ahead.
think Dustin Rhodes didn't want to be the natural anymore?
Yeah,
He couldn't follow in Dusty Rhodes' footsteps.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to be
That's
Gold
right.
Dust.
I agree. And you know, Brian Christopher, you know, that's how come he never used the Lawler name. It's because he said it before. I wanted to make it on my own.
And that's why he used well, technically his middle name and his first name. 'Cause
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
real
that's what he
name is
used.
Brian Christopher Lawler. But,
Yeah, Brian Christopher Lawler. Yeah,
but he went by Brian Christopher. So,
yeah, because
or no,
yeah,
no,
because
Christopher Brian Lawler, wasn't it?
It's something like that.
Yeah.
you see, he wanted to get it on his own. You know, if he failed at it, nobody would ever know who he really was anyway. But you know, he made it, and you know, everybody knew who he was. But he kept it a secret.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't really know. No, his real name was Brian Christopher Lawler. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I thought I was fucking it up there. Yeah, so he went by his middle name and his first name. So Brian Christopher instead of just using Lawler.
Yeah. No, in the
See,
Indies he used Brian Lawler sometimes.
You know, even Jerry Lawler, you know, come out in
That was
public.
later.
that was like,
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler even come out in public and said, you know, if he makes it, he's gonna make it on his own. I ain't gonna help him.
I'm gonna say Brian Christopher was a great talent.
Yeah, he was
And,
wonderful
and
talent.
See, this is what people never really
Now,
saw.
hey, come on. And Too Cool, he was good too. That team was over.
I will say that too. See, this is what most people saw. They saw him as too much.
Yep.
With
Scotty Too Hottie.
With-
Scott Taylor.
With Scott Taylor. They seen him as a single when he was just
too sexy, Brian
yeah,
Christopher.
when he was just too sexy at Brian Christopher. They seen him as the guy in Too Cool.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it.
We saw him in the USWA.
Yeah.
We saw him in USWA.
And he was the top guy.
And he was a big top guy there.
And he was a big star.
He was the top. He was the top guy there. Yeah.
And we got to meet Brian Christopher a few times, and he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
You know, he'd sign autographs and be there with because I mean, let's just be honest here. I mean, when you bring your kids to wrestling shows, they like a lot of the wrestlers and they'll get autographs and stuff like that.
We had to hang. Just let people know. Me and her mother had to hang on to these boys because they would run to every wrestler that was there.
See, most people never seen his USWA run.
No.
Now I know that WWE kind of said that he was in USWA before and all that stuff.
Hell, he was even good at Power Pro.
He was good in Power Pro. Like hell, me and Tommy watched OVW, and he had a match with Nick Dinsmore,
And it was good.
and it was fucking good. He was there at the Louisville Guards to take out fucking Nick Dinsmore for the $5,000 bounty, and it was a great match. It's like now I will say this, later on in his career when he was like in TNA and shit, you know.
What do you see? What are you gonna do? I mean, it was TNA at that right there time was already, you know.
Well, also he's fucked up on drugs at the time too.
Yeah, he
was
fucked up really good.
In WWE in 2004, but he didn't last very long.
Yeah.
He was just when they brought him in. I
Yeah.
think it was 04.
Yeah.
And then didn't they bring them in? It must have been just for a quick shot in NXT.
Yep, they took on the Ascension for the NXT Tag Team Championship. They brought him in. Him and Scotty.
But you know, that's what most people are going to see about, you know, Brian Christopher. So I can understand maybe why they have him at that level, but I never seen him at that level.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was a pretty successful second generation wrestler. Now, once again, you can't compare that to somebody like, you know, like Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit there and try to say that he was better than Lawler, because he wasn't.
He wasn't.
But then again,
but Brian Christopher.
But you know.
He didn't
for
do
what
it.
He was, for what it was, he was a good entertainer.
Yeah.
He knew how to wrestle.
But anything else you guys want to say about that?
That's it for me.
Nah, I think we said it all.
Let's go ahead and wrap this show up.
Wrap it up.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Guys, I will leave all the links in the description box below for all those channels that we mentioned. And we will leave a link in the description box below as for us.
Yep.
Because what you guys could do. Also, little thing here I wanna plug is guys, if you guys haven't watched the OVW Television Wrestling Podcast, you need to watch that as well. Me and Tommy go through OVW week by week, and we review the show for you guys. And we also play the promos on the show.
Also, there's something else I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to do that 3,000 subscriber giveaway. We're almost there.
We're almost there to the 3,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're going to be giving away GameCube, Nintendo 64, PS2. All of them have been cleaned. All of them are ready to rock and roll. And it comes with 3 wrestling games, and they're all the great wrestling games for them. So you guys want to check that out.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. I will leave a link in the description box below of that 3,000 subscriber giveaway. You go over there, and all you have to say in the comments, well, first of all, you need to be a subscriber.
Yeah.
So you need to hit that subscribe button first. After you hit that subscribe button, go to that link of that video. If you want the N64 bundle, you type in N64. If you want the GameCube bundle, you type in GameCube. If you want the PS2, you put PS2 in your comment, and you are entered into that giveaway, because once we hit that 3,000 subscriber giveaway, it's out of here. Actually, it's behind me right in the tote right now. So,
I think you left out one more thing.
Yeah.
Totally free. You get it free. No money whatsoever.
No money's going to be exchanged hands here. All I need is your address, and it will be shipped to your house for free, just for being a subscriber of Wrestling Rampage, guys. So hit that damn subscribe button, because you could end up with a free N64 or a free PS2 or a free GameCube. Guys.
Come on, guys. Get us there. We want to get rid of this.
And you can play those wrestling goodness games from that era. So hit that damn subscribe button. Once again, guys, thank you guys. If you guys have been watching the OVW Television Show podcast, we appreciate that. We actually put a lot of time and effort into that. And I know it doesn't get as many views as some of our other videos on the channel, but it's something special for me and Tommy to do. It brings me and Tommy back to us being children and watching that show when we were kids, and uh, as well as showing you guys that these guys that were in WWE actually had a maybe even had a better career in OVW than they did in the WWE.
Yeah, but yeah,
And
just what those ones, the Cenas and the rest of those guys, we knew him back then.
I think they've been killing it on their shows, and I'm looking forward to doing the rest of the television shows. We are almost at the end of the year of 1999 currently, so we're almost at the end of the year. We're almost going to be getting into 2000. I think we have about a month left, I believe, 1999. So, yeah, you guys wanna watch that? We do play the promos on the show, so you guys can hear the promos. Sometimes you'll be able to watch it if it's available on YouTube. If you guys want to watch it on your own, you guys could do that as well. So, and by the way, we also did it because nobody else is doing it. And yes, it doesn't get the views of WWE, and it doesn't get the views of a lot of other things, but we put a lot of time and effort into it, and we like to do things that are kind of off the beaten path.
It's something that they like to do. The kids like to do and everything. We all watched it. We all went to see them wrestle. It's something that they brought back from their childhood. That's what it is.
And guys, make sure that you guys follow us on X, Twitter. I should have put the damn thing at the bottom, but fuck it. We're gonna roll. Well, actually, hold on here. I might just go ahead and put that on there right now for you guys. Yeah, there you guys go. I should have had that going the entire time.
No, you should have, but you didn't.
Well, right there, Twitter, X, at Wrestle Rampage. You can also follow me and Tommy on Instagram. He's at Tommy Flat. I'm at Joey Flat. Joey _ Flat 1. I tried to make mine a little more difficult. You guys can follow us on Instagram there. That's actually where you'll see some of us post, clips or what have you. There's a lot of hilarity, especially on Tommy's Instagram. I'm mostly the editor of this shit, and I ain't got time to do a lot of the stuff on the socials. I just share his shit. So
I don't have Twitter or Twatter or whatever it is. All I got is Facebook, and I hate it too.
I agree with you on there. And also, guys, hit that subscribe button. It pays. You could get a free PS2 or a free Nintendo 64 or a free GameCube. Just telling you, you gotta hit that subscribe button.
Just hit it.
And by the way, that's in the United States only.
Yeah.
We should mention that. But because once you get it, because honestly, I can ship it to anywhere in the U.S. for like $15, maybe 20. If I'm shipping it to another country, guys, it could cost up to hundreds of dollars.
Oh my God, we can't.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get me wrong.
The further away we are, the more we have to pay to get it shipped.
We love our international fans, but it could get a little expensive doing that, guys. But we appreciate that you guys watch. Hit that damn subscribe button. And we'll see you guys next time on the next WR podcast.